That's right, folks. We are back for our West Coast string here tonight out there in Utah. All right, Utah, bring it on. One of the dregs of the league, but the Knicks are coming off two pretty bad losses. Good news, they're no longer in LA. Bad news, they tend to struggle when they play at Utah, no matter how good or bad this team is. So, let's dial it in and let's break it down. That's right. We are indeed back. Let's go ahead. Let's dial it in for yet another show here again. Tonight, it is Wednesday. It is indeed Wednesday. We are in the middle of the week now. Here we go. The New York Knicks are in Utah taking on the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz, not a good team. Not a good team at all. Not even a little bit. I can't hide how bad this team is. I had it up before. Let me pull it up again. Because when we get to the Utah Jazz, boy, oh boy, are they bereft of any good basketball players available for their team. Whether they were looking to tank or not, the injury list tells a different story. Daniel Berry Sports, Joseph Susan. What's up, Susan? Bulu Toppler. What's up, Bulu? Should I add Shamit? We'll see. I have not noticed who is going to be the starter today. Josh Hart was downgraded to doubtful. We'll go over it. I will keep, unless you guys have seen it already, I will keep up the Knicks beat writers to see. As a matter of fact, I'll pull up Ian Begley's usually right on top of these types of things. Also is James Edwards III. I'll pull up James Edwards III because I feel like he's always on top of that, right? He's always on top of that. Let's pull up James. We'll keep James' Twitter up here on the screen. Shame it will start. Okay, there it is. See, I told you, James Edwards III, as of 4 minutes ago, he got us. Shout out James Edwards III. I like his writing. So Landry Shaman in the starting lineup. So yeah, it might be worth putting him in there, brother. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Frank Juarez, what's up, Frank? Peace to all. What's up, peace to all? Peace to all. What's up, peace to all? Ahmed Ramjam, El Tigre, Daniel Berry Sports. Appreciate you guys. Troy Carolina. What's up, Troy? Raymond. What's up, Raymond? Eric C, my guy. Bruce Fowler, of course, my guy. Who else we got in here? Appreciate you guys. My goodness, you guys been in here chatting for a while, huh? I keep scrolling, they keep coming up. What's up, Darnell? Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. So here we go. Ozahar, what's up, Ozahar? Here we go. Let's dial it in. We're going to start where we always start. It's with the captain, Jalen Brunson. Shout out JB, the captain, the guy who makes it all make sense. He has not been shooting it well. He started to shoot it well against the Clippers. Unfortunately, everybody else sucked. It was Brunson, it was Towns, it was a little bit of OG Anunoby, and then nobody else decided to show up and play. Hopefully, my 2 cents, my conspiracy theory, my rationale, the excuse I'm looking for, it was Josh Hart's birthday. They had about 3.5 days in LA. They're adults. They're human beings. After a brutal winter, I think they enjoyed themselves a little bit too much in LA. And whether they did or they didn't, those dudes the other day against the LA Clippers on Monday night, they looked a little hungover. I'm not going to lie. Whether they were or they weren't, they played like they were. They played like they were for sure. It was a rough outing. Nobody could buy a basket. It was Brunson. It was Towns. Like I said, it was a little dash of OG Anunoby as well. And then it was nobody else. That was it. They had 0 bench points at halftime. The bench didn't start going until Mo Diawara put somebody in a poster. Shout out Mo Diawara. I'm expecting heavy minutes from Mo Diawara with Josh Hart out tonight. He played 18 minutes the other day against the Clippers, and some argued, and I think rightfully so, I think it's a valid argument that Mo Diawara probably should have gotten some fourth quarter minutes. He had no fourth quarter minutes in that game. Now, he's a rookie, he's going his way. Maybe even if you ask Mike Brown, he might say, yeah, maybe I should have been there. It is what it is. Susan said Josh Hart's birthday party, right? Like, listen, they're adults in their 20s, late 20s, even early 30s. They don't have a ton of old veterans on this team. Jordan Clarkson, the oldest player on the team, at 33 years old, so still young. You know, you think they got out to LA and a teammate's birthday happened and they were like, yeah, let's just chill together in the hobby of the hotel. Let's not do anything crazy, guys. We got a back-to-back coming up. Let's chill. They might have had some fun, even if it was chill, even if they were responsible. They might have had a little fun, right? That is an excuse. That is whatever. That's in the past now. They lost 2 games in LA. That sucks. Okay, you have a game in Utah. Now on to this game, right? Now on to this game. The Knicks traditionally, historically, have struggled at Utah. Not necessarily with the team, because they usually handle their business when that team comes over to New York. So I don't think it's a team thing. Whether the Jazz are good or not, whether they're playing well or playing poorly, the Knicks struggle in Utah for whatever reason. It's crazy because they have been so dominant against the Nuggets, which obviously is a place at altitude. Utah is also one of those teams that play at altitude. You know, Utah is very high above sea level, so all of the things that the Denver Nuggets usually have as a home court advantage, the Utah Jazz also kind of have as well. They're not as high as Denver, but they're up there. So I can't even really use the altitude excuse here tonight against the Jazz because they killed the Nuggets. They destroyed the Nuggets. Michael Rogers, what's up, Michael? Towns had it going. Brunson chose not to pass, cat the ball, heading to the end of the fourth quarter. Sure. I think when you're captain clutch and you have the clutch player of the year trophy in your trophy case, I'm going to give you some grace when you're like, oh, nobody can buy a basket. It's me and Big Cat. Well, I'm the guy who ends games, right? He did it all last season. He's done it before. He did it all during the playoffs. He did it all during the playoffs previously. If we want to be like, hey, Jalen Brunson, you should have gave Karl Anthony Towns the ball more. Sure. Yeah, that's sure. We can levy that criticism at Brunson. I won't. Because at the end of the day, game on the line, if Brunson's 1 for 20 from the floor and Towns is 20 for 20, you know I'm giving the ball to down the stretch? I'm giving the ball to the captain. Sorry. And I'll trust whatever decision he makes. And if he loses it for us, I'm walking away a loser then. I'm just going to trust the guy that got us there, right? Now, hopefully he trusts his teammates, and I do believe he does. Maybe not these last 2 games against the LA teams, SoCal, because nobody could buy a basket in either of those 2 games. Karl Anthony Towns had a very good game as well. But again, I'll live and die with the decision Jalen Brunson makes, because guess what? He has a very good track record. Michael Rogers did turn the ball over on multiple occasions. Yes, he did. Absolutely. Ahmed said, Cat has been playing well lately. He's been playing extremely well. I've been nothing but complimentary of Karl Anthony Towns. He's been fantastic. 40 Scope, what's up, 40 Scope? J Hammer, what's up, J Hammer? Speaking of, let's go to him. I think he's been spectacular as of late. Again, we could harp on the percentages. When I go to update these percentages, probably after the West Coast road trip. Jojo, what's up, Jojo? Probably after the West Coast road trip, all the Knicks will be updated again. I'm sure Karl Anthony Towns' stats, his efficiency, will get a nice big boost. It's going to be nice to see because he has been struggling all year from the field. Whether he's gotten good shots or not, he hasn't been able to knock them down. But guess what? The shot is starting to come around, baby. As well as having a career year defensively, the shot is coming around, folks. And this is the most important development for the New York Knicks this season because of Karl Anthony Towns. His best attribute as an offensive player is the fact that he can knock down the 3 and then levy the rest of his, take advantage of the rest of his game by leaning on the fact that teams are horrified of him shooting 3-point shots. So if the 3-point shot was not going down the entirety of the season, I'd be like, oh man, this is not looking good. But he's starting to knock down shots again. The 3-point percentage is going to be on the rise because I believe he was 3 for 3 from 3-point range, 3 for 3, 3 for 4, something like that. He had a very high percentage against the Clippers, has been shooting it well as of late. And so all of this, other than this number right here, I'm not too concerned with because the number one thing we ask Karl Anthony Towns to improve on is the defense. And guess what? I think this has been by far a career year for Karl Anthony Towns defensively. I think he's been spectacular as of late, and I hope he continues it here today. The Utah Jazz are missing a lot of front court players. Karl Anthony Towns should dominate, but we'll go over that when we get there. Bruce Fowler said JB had 30 assists in back-to-back games. Then they have to go back-to-back games with double-digit turnovers. This team is so Jekyll and Hyde. They are. They can be. I will say they have been far more good than bad as of late, but those sequences where they're bad, they look bad, right? Their bad play is loud. It's not quite like the Nuggets have quietly played not so great basketball as of late, these past 10 or 15 games or so, but it's not as loud, right? When push comes to shove, they're in games they should be in. They don't necessarily get blown out all the time, although, except when they play the New York Knicks. But their record ain't looking too hot, especially since Jokic came back. And it's not a reflection on Jokic, it's a reflection of the fact that the team's just not playing well enough right now. Right? Team's just not playing well enough right now. Every team goes through it. But the Knicks, when they go through it, it is extremely loud. And they can be extremely consistent. Like, we know bad stints are going to happen. I know you guys know because I know, and we talked about it all year. We know bad times will happen over the course of this marathon, right? It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. We say it all the time. We all know this. It's a cliche about the NBA regular season, but it's true. It's 82 games, so there are going to be stretches, 10-game stretches, where you're like, is this team, like, this team's going to lose in the first round. And then there are 10-game stretches where, like, yeah, we're definitely winning the championship. Nobody can stop this team. Look at the way they're playing, right? And then you hope that those are few and far between, and for majority of the time, you're just solid. Unfortunately for the Knicks, they've been 10, and then 10, and then 10, and then 10, right? 10 good, then 10 bad. 10 good, then 10 bad. And I think the last couple of stretches, it's more so been like 15 good and 4 bad, right? 12 good and 2 bad. And hopefully this is just a 2 bad moment. I think it is. Again, I've given them multiple excuses as to how and why. Hopefully that is indeed the case, and we get a good performance from the Knicks. They get back on track, and then we can continue to be on track and play well for the foreseeable future until inevitably something pops back up and they're bad again, right? But you just want your team playing good enough basketball, going to or as good basketball as you possibly can and being as healthy as you possibly can be, going into the playoffs, getting ready for the playoff run. Josie Datative Cat gets beat by Pilowkowski in SOC. That's a bad road trip. Hopefully they don't lose today. Hopefully. Jojo. What's up, Jojo? Grenada in the house, Small Island. What's up, Jojo from Grenada? I'm happy to see you. Happy to have you. Jay Hammer said, is it true that every playoff game has a day off so Mitch can play? Yes, there are no back-to-backs in the playoffs, Jay Hammer. So Mitch Robinson, should he remain healthy, and we hope he will play in every single playoff game. OG Anunoby, we didn't really talk about again. He was one of those guys sprinkled in that Clippers game. He made enough shots. He did enough. He didn't play great, but I thought he played well enough. I thought his defense was fine against Kawhi for the majority of the night. I wish Mike Brown would have trusted him defensively and just said, okay, if Kawhi's going to beat us by making tough shots, then Kawhi's going to beat us by making tough shots. But instead, he brought the double team over. He blitzed them like crazy, and Kawhi just picked them apart, made the easy pass, forced the Knicks play 4-on-3, and the next thing you know, the Clippers are splashing threes all over the place against the Knicks. So, to me, it's a little bit of a game plan loss, a little bit of the fact that nobody can knock down a shot, including the guy who's going to be in the starting lineup. In for this guy, Josh Hart. I skipped right over McHale because he's invisible. Who knows what kind of version of McHale we're going to get tonight. He's coming off a 0-point game against the Lakers and a 7-point game against the Clippers. And neither of those were very good, very impactful performances at all. There was times where I could make the case his defense was very good, and I loved it, and all of that. But he's not getting paid what he's paid. The Knicks didn't trade for him to just be kind of solid defensively. No, they paid for him to do a little bit of everything. A little bit of rebounding, a little bit of playmaking, a lot of bit of scoring, right? Your 15-point per game score, we expect at least 15, or hovering around 15 on a nightly basis. Not 0 and 7 in back-to-back games. So, hopefully, he gets back on track here today. I don't think it's anything other than ball's not swinging to him in the moment. He's not getting himself open. He was getting picked up in foul trouble early. He was picking himself up in foul trouble early, especially in that Laker game. The Lakers, we know, prance their ways to the foul line all the time, and so the Knicks had to deal with that. They didn't handle it very well. And so I need Mikal Bridges to show up tonight because I don't know what I could say to protect the guy. There really isn't anything I could say positively about Mikal Bridges right now, other than the fact that I'm pretty confident he'll come out of this on the other side as a good basketball player as he has been his entire tenure here. Jimmy Young, what's up, Jimmy? I think you're talking way too much. Reason's been you're not keeping us up to date. Always giving a different score from present moments. Okay. The game hasn't started yet, but I'll keep that in mind, brother. Sure. Josh Hart is not playing today. He's out. He deserves a break. Thank goodness Josh Hart is going to get a break. Some people are going to get their desired, maybe not their desired outcome, because I think a lot of us were like, please put Diawara in the starting lineup. Diawara will not be starting. Landry Shamet will be starting. Now, my favorite starting lineup configuration includes Deuce McBride. I want Deuce McBride in the starting lineup. So, that is not available to the Knicks. Deuce McBride is out. Speaking of, Mitchell Robinson. My bad. Mitchell Robinson, sixth man. Deuce McBride is still out. He's not coming back anytime soon. He's probably another 3 to 4 weeks away. Probably 4 to 5 weeks away. Before coming back to maybe play some basketball again. I assume he'll be back for the playoff run. I don't think, there's a chance that he could be back for the final maybe 5 regular season games. 40 Scope said, too concerned with his Ironman record. That could be the case, 40 Scope. That could be the case. I mean, that's not necessarily the case for his poor play, although it plays into it, so could be the case. It definitely plays into the fact that he doesn't go to the basket very aggressively and why he settles for so many fall-away mid-range shots. My goodness, is it annoying to watch Mikal Bridges feel like, oh, maybe you got to step on this guy. Maybe go to the rim, draw a foul, and instead he'd rather shoot a fall-away jumper over a 6'10 guy who he definitely beat off the dribble there, but didn't want to get all the way to the rim because he didn't want to maybe risk an injury or something. If you're going to do that, you better knock down the shot is all I have to say. Mitchell Robinson is playing today. He did not play in the Clipper game. Mitchell Robinson, I hope you have a very good, impactful game today. They don't really have centers. They don't really have front court players available. We'll get to that when we talk about the Jazz. Landry Shamet, welcome to the starting lineup. Landry Shamet is coming off his worst game as a Knick. It was truly horrendous. He started the game 0 for 8 from three-point range before knocking his first one down. He was part of the problem, a big part of the problem. When it came to that Clipper game, he got wide open look after wide open look after wide open look, and he could not knock any of them down. He is an over 40% three-point shooter this season with volume, with decent volume. He's over 40% from three. So again, he was one of those guys that looked like maybe he was a little hungover. Again, that is all jokes. That's all assumptions of just, hey man, it was Josh Hart's birthday. They're adults. He definitely, whether he was or he wasn't, he definitely played like it, is my point. But Landry Shamet, I expect a bounce-back game today from Landry Shamet. I expect a bounce-back game from everybody here tonight because it is the lowly Utah Jazz. But like I said, for whatever reason, the Knicks struggle against the Jazz in Utah. Not necessarily in New York, but in Utah, they struggle against the Jazz, no matter how good or bad they are. But I will say, I don't expect them to struggle here today. And we'll go over it when we get to the Jazz portion of this. Joey DeLuca, what's up, Joey? Joe said, do you watch basketball, or did you guys just see the Celtics and Knicks game? Last season, Celtics went 4-0 against the Knicks in regular season, and the Knicks, Celtics in the playoffs. That has been a storyline we have seen, for sure. Knicks struggled in the regular season last year against the top teams, ended up doing pretty well in the playoffs, went to Game 6 in the conference finals. I don't necessarily love taking last year's situation and applying it to this year's, because every season's different. It's a different coaching staff. It's effectively a different bench roster, all of the things. But I think that does weigh in the back of the mind of this team. Jimmy Young said, thank you very much, even though I have opinions. I enjoyed your coverage. Appreciate you, Jimmy. Appreciate you. Just that said, should have Clarkson start against his old team. Maybe we do see some Clarkson minutes tonight with no Josh Hart available. Maybe. Mike Brown has been sneaking him in there these last couple of games, mostly in part because the Knicks have been so futile in actually putting the ball through the basket. Jordan Clarkson's best quality. So maybe we do see Clarkson today, and hopefully it's because it's a blowout and we could just put whoever we want out there to end the game. Jose Alvarado has been disappointing. He effectively has had 2 good games in a Knicks jersey since he came over from the trade deadline. Obviously, that Philly game where he was fantastic, hit 8 threes, had 5 steals, he dictated the game, it was a blowout, all of the things. The High Vibe with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, High Vibe. He said, Mike Brown grade, better than Tibbs? I think he has been better than Tibbs. I thought Tibbs was really bad last year. I think Brown has been better for the most part. Maybe not by a ton, but I do think he has been sizably better. Meaningfully better. 40 Scope said Knicks got lucky. Celtics played themselves out of the series. Too many threes. That is effectively a very similar roster team with the same exact mentality. So, sure. And with worse talent, but maybe harder workers. We'll see how the Celtics match up in the playoff series against other teams with Jason Tatum coming back. But, luck is a part of any playoff run, any championship run. You need a little bit of luck on your side. And the Knicks had some luck on their side last year in that second-round matchup against the Celtics. Didn't have much luck against the Indiana Pacers. As a matter of fact, the Pacers had some luck against the Knicks that went their way. So, effectively, it all kind of balanced itself out. Sometimes the basketball gods work in mysterious ways. James said we need Alvarado to wake up. Yeah, Alvarado, like I said, he has not played well as of late in a New York Knicks jersey. He's effectively had 2 good games here with the Knicks. His debut, which was on the road, I forget who he played, but his debut game, knocked down a couple of shots. He had a steal or 2. No, not the Celtics game. But the Celtics game was iffy, but he had a moment or 2 in that game. And then the Philly game, and that was pretty much it. And that's been pretty much it for Jose Alvarado and the effectiveness that he's brought. There are some nice things he does. There's some nice things he does in terms of, like, he feeds Cat out of the pick and roll. That's nice. I think Karl-Anthony Towns is a little frustrated with the fact that Jose Alvarado doesn't really get him the ball in the post when he wants it to. There was some conversation about that in the Clippers game. But overall, Jose Alvarado has not lived up to the trade. And I think it's valuable, or maybe not valuable, but I think it's worthy to have the discussion if you so wanted to say, well, I'd prefer Tyler Kolek over Jose Alvarado at this point. I don't necessarily agree. I've heard that sentiment before. It's been brought up during the streams. I think you're not wrong for feeling that way. Again, I don't necessarily agree with that sentiment, but with the way Jose Alvarado has played, it's not crazy to be like, you know what, just give me Kolek, who I know what I'm getting on a night-to-night basis with Tyler Kolek, right? It may not always be great, but I know what I'm getting with Tyler Kolek in terms of him being a passer, a playmaker, a decision-maker, has good chemistry with guys, whereas Jose Alvarado, still trying to feel his way out. I think overall Jose Alvarado is a more established and better player right now than Tyler Kolek is, which is why I prefer to stick with Alvarado for the long run, for the playoff run. I think he's just more battle-tested for the playoffs, whereas Tyler Kolek, you don't know what he's going to look like in a playoff setting. So I would lead Jose Alvarado, but I think it's a question now. With the way that he's played, I think it's a question. Trapped in the 90s, what's up, Trapped in the 90s? David Oz Jr., what's up, David? Lionel Mona, what's up, Lionel? Rose, what's up, Rose? Been listening and bouncing around other games. Great show. Appreciate you. Bruce Fowler said, close your eyes and give me a head coach you could see doing something different with his roster. Not a shot at Brown. Close your eyes and tell me who comes to mind. Spo. I think Spoelstra would do something different. I think Mazzulla would do something different. But those are the best coaches in the league. They're obviously not capable. They're not that they're not capable. They're not moving from where they're at. They're in incredibly well-run organizations, and those organizations trust them very highly. But they are 2 of the top 3-4 coaches in the NBA. But I do think Eric Spoelstra and Joe Mazzulla would use this roster a bit differently. I think if I had to think about who are the top coaches in the league, I think if you are an elite coach, you are putting Josh Hart on the bench, right? Which I think Spoelstra would do, and I think Mazzulla would 1,000% do. Mazzulla might even ask the front office to trade Josh Hart with the way he likes to play, but that's besides the point. I love Josh Hart. I don't want him going anywhere, for the record. I've been on the record for that for a long time. I want him retiring a Knick. But yeah, I think what Mike Brown has done is different than what Tom Thibodeau has done with the way he's run his team. He's adjusted, experimented throughout the regular season, which is something Tom Thibodeau didn't do almost at all, exclusively just relied on his guys, and that was it. And ultimately, that's what cost him in the playoffs, and ultimately, what cost him his job. And I think Mike Brown has been more welcoming, more accepting of change, Whereas he's changed his defensive schemes and his defensive system. He's been very open about that, where the players came to him and they were like, look, we don't really like how we're doing this. We would prefer to run it a little bit closer to like how we ran it last year, but maybe some differences. And Mike Brown and the players adjusted and came up with a different game plan as the year went on, which is how they've gotten to this point. David said Tibbs holds players accountable. Not really. Not really. Did he hold Julius Randle accountable when he was here? No, he did not. No, he did not. Did he hold Josh Hart accountable when Josh Hart refused to shoot 3-point shots and the Knicks had the worst starting lineup in the playoffs last year? Did he hold the team accountable then? No, he did not. No, he did not. I think actually Mike Brown has done a better job of holding this team accountable by constantly calling the team out. David said Randle was an all-star. Randle was a player on the team, and Tibbs did not hold them accountable. Hold your players accountable, no matter what their spot on the team is, whether you're the number 1 guy or the 15th guy. Hold them accountable. If they're doing something wrong, if they're hurting their team, hold them accountable. Tom Thibodeau did not do that with the New York Knicks. He's a very player-friendly coach. Now, maybe he did hold them accountable in the background of things that we don't know about. But anything publicly, anything where Julius Randle would start acting crazy on the court and letting his emotions take over, you never saw Julius Randle pulled from a game, sat, benched. You never saw Tom Thibodeau say anything other than, Julius is our guy, right? And again, maybe in the background he was saying that because he would never say it to the public, and I appreciate that. Maybe that happened. But all we can do is guess. But anything publicly, anything that we can go off publicly, didn't hold the players accountable enough. Not enough. And then once you allow one guy to break from the rest of the norm, that guy, I don't hold that guy accountable, then you can no longer hold anybody else accountable. And I think that was part of the issue last season as well, when Mikal Bridges, Deuce McBride were starting to look at Tom Thibodeau like, what do you mean these guys can do no wrong? Like, yeah, they messed up the play. Why are my minutes getting limited? So you could play the starting 5, which has been terrible all year. We don't have to relitigate the Tom Thibodeau era, but I don't think he held his team accountable enough. But we don't know what the behind-the-scenes stuff was. Arlene, what's up, Arlene? Mark, what's up, Mark? Mark said, get back on track, Knicks. Got to get back on track. Speaking of getting back on track, 40 Scope said that wasn't Tibbs' style. He didn't cater to the media, so who knows? Yeah, he did. Who knows? Which is why I caught myself and was like, well, we don't know what went on behind the scenes, in practices, in team meetings. So, my bad in definitively saying he didn't. But anything that we could see publicly as a fan base didn't seem like he did. Like I said, Julius Randle was never taken out of a game for behaving poorly, for yelling at, getting in Emmanuel Quickley's face and screaming at Emmanuel Quickley when Julius Randle was the one that was messing up. Never got, I don't want to use the word punished, but never was held accountable for those actions, right? I'm a big believer that if you publicly make a mistake, you should also publicly apologize. That never happened. That is holding your players accountable. You know, even if that's a behind-the-scenes thing of going behind the scenes to Julius Randle and being like, listen, you got to make things right. Go to the media and say, man, I went too far with Quickley, but that, was the heat of the moment. That's my brother, I love him. Never did that. So, Mark said, I'm not on board with celebrating Bam. That's crazy, Mark. That's crazy. NBA history. I'm going to celebrate Bam. Was it crazy to foul down the stretch? Sure. I'm also with that. But I also think we could also celebrate history. And that was history. 40 Scope said, I think the organization handicaps those types of decisions. We don't know. Maybe they could, maybe they don't. We don't entirely know the full story of how involved the organization is in terms of Leon Rose is, I guess, who we're all kind of looking at. Because I don't think James Dolan's that involved anymore. But when we're talking about Leon Rose, hard to figure out how involved he is on a day-to-day basis. Mark said, I didn't like the way it was pulled off. That's fine. He still scored like 70 whatever points. So if you want to just pretend like the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter didn't happen, everything else up to that point was pretty legitimate. right? If you want to be like, listen, 83, whatever. But everything else he did before that, celebrate that. Because even if Bam went off for 70 points and didn't really play in the fourth quarter, that's still an accomplishment that you could celebrate. Now, I'm of the belief that once you get to that point, I'm going for it. Like, coach, don't take me out. Now, I didn't like the fouling at the end like that to make sure they got as many possessions as possible. I didn't like that. Just play hard, strong defense. Try to get a steal or something. Play really aggressive. If they get a layup, they get a layup. But I didn't like the fouling down the stretch either. But again, history was made, and I'm cool with celebrating history being made. It also couldn't, listen, at the end of the day, it couldn't have happened to a better guy in Bam Adebayo, right? Like the scene afterwards, him with his wife, him with his mom, right? Him with his mom, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little choked up, just a little bit. But I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful scene at the end of the game where he was celebrating with everybody. I thought that. Mark said exactly that, put a sour taste in my mouth. I get that. And that's very valid because it also put a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth too. I didn't love the fouling down the end to maximize the possessions, and that was too far and too silly to me. I would have told my guys, listen, play as aggressively as you can defensively and go for the steals so we can get the ball back, right? And if you foul, you foul, but don't intentionally foul. I thought that was silly. I didn't like that. Benzino said, with Deuce and Mitch out last night, or the other night against Clippers, Brown should have tried the following lineups: Mo, Sham, GTA, Sohan, and Jordan. Jordan Clarkson. I was like, Michael Jordan? Don't use everybody's last name, Benzino, and then not Clarkson's last name. I mean, yeah, he could have experimented more. I'm down with that. The other night, he was indeed searching. I thought Mo could have used more minutes, especially in that fourth quarter. I definitely would have went to Sohan over Hukporty. That's just me, though. I'm still, right now, team Sohan over Hukporty as the backup five, but that's me. Scomberg, what's up, Scomberg? Angela, George, appreciate you guys. Welcome. 40 Scope said, try that lineup tonight. Why not tonight, 40 Scope? Why not tonight? I'm with you. Let's run through these last guys, and then we don't have much to talk about with the Jazz, which is why I don't care whether or not we get to them, because they have so many guys out. Mo Diawara, I thought maybe a little bit of a breakout in that Clippers game. Again, we're walking out with something, right? Mo Diawara was scoreless in the first half. That third quarter, he had a monster dunk. That third quarter, he put his fellow Frenchman Nick Batum on a poster. His first dunk of his NBA career. Again, we have watched him in Summer League. We have watched all the highlight tapes. We have watched him in preseason. I've never seen this man dunk the basketball. He is 6'9", and technically 6'10" when he puts the sneakers on, because they get measured without the shoes on now. So with sneakers on, while standing on the court, this man's 6'10". I have never seen him dunk before. Until the other night where he put Nick Batum on a poster. Now, hopefully that brings a level of aggression out from our guy Mo Diawara in attacking the rim, because now teams are closing out from him from the three-point line. That's what I need to see. I need to see him still confidently shooting when he's open, but put the ball on the floor and attack the basket when that makes itself available too, because we know he's got intuitive passing. Karen, what's up, Karen? Appreciate you, Karen. Hope all is well, Karen. It all stresses me also. Wishing you the best, Karen. You are indeed in my prayers. Karen's going through some family issues, everybody. Shout out to Karen, who's usually always in here all the time, but has been going through some family issues. Shout out to Karen. Wishing you the best. Jeremy Sohan, I think, should be the backup five. He is not the backup five. I don't even really know where he is in the rotation at this point, where he is in the pecking order. Tread, what's up, Tread? 83 points is crazy. It's crazy. It is indeed crazy. Jordan Clarkson is playing against his old team today. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Clarkson is playing against his old team today. Maybe Mike Brown decided to go to him. Maybe not. Who knows? But Jordan Clarkson, Ahisha, what's up, Ahisha? Jordan Clarkson is indeed playing today. I just want to, against his former team. I think Mike Brown's the kind of guy who might put him in there for that reason. For that reason alone. Jordan Clarkson is getting spot minutes here and there when the team really struggles to score. They've struggled to score the last two games, so that's why he has seen minutes recently. With no Josh Hart today, there is a world where Jordan Clarkson could sneak in the rotation tonight. Well, we'll see. Tread said, do you think New York wins by 11? I think so. They should. Ben, what's up, Ben? J Money, what's up, J Money? Need some win. Bridges owes us a couple of 30-point games. Let's start with 15, J Money. It feels like 15's unattainable for him at this point. Let's get to 15 first, and then we'll start asking for more with Mikal Bridges. Nick Yak said Brown played Clarkson last time against Utah. He was in the rotation at that point, though. We'll see if he plays today against Utah, at Utah. Orville, what's up, Orville? Tyler Kolek is also not a part of the rotation. But like we talked about with the Jose Alvarado situation, I think there's valid in the discussion of who would you rather go with, Alvarado or Kolek in the rotation. I lean more towards Alvarado. I think he'll figure it out. I think he's in a little bit of a funk being with a new team, trying to figure it out. But I would lean Alvarado, but I think it's a conversation to be had if you so wanted to. Tyler Kolek or Alvarado in the rotation. It's got to be one of those guys. It can't, one of those guys has to be completely out. You can't split their minutes. You can't give 5 minutes to one guy and 6 minutes to another guy and expect both of those guys to be productive in those stints, right? So you got to pick one or the other. I would pick Alvarado right now, but there are arguments for Kolek for sure. Just that said, Clarkson slept good in his own bed last night. He better play 25 minutes tonight. Funny you brought that up, Justice, that he did say he was asked about being back in Utah. He still technically owns a house in Utah, but he rents it out, so he can't even go see it right now. Tammy, what's up, Tammy? Reddy, what's up, Reddy? East Bay Verge, what's up, East Bay? Keontae George, Ace Bailey, Bryce Sensabaugh, Cody Williams, and Kyle Filipowski will be the starting lineup. So no Lauri Markkanen, no Jaren Jackson Jr., no Keontae George is playing. He was questionable. Keontae George is available. Keontae George is very good. 23.8, 3.7, 6.2. He is going to be the star of the show. He really struggled against the Knicks last time. I don't see how he doesn't struggle against the Knicks today with no real help. We're getting ready for tip-off in a second here. Walker Kessler is out. Ace Bailey's available. He's a rookie. He's having a okay rookie season. Kind of forgettable, but he's solid. Kyle Filipowski is the starting center at he's 6'11" technically, but about 6'10". He's going to look very small next to Karl Anthony Towns. Bryce Sensabaugh is a three-point shooter. He's Mr. I get buckets. Doesn't really like to pass the ball a lot. 1.6 assists, but he can get buckets for sure. And then Yusuf Nurkic is also out. So not much to go over when it comes to the Utah Jazz. Had to rush it a little bit there, but we're getting ready for tip-off. Here we go. Who will be in with the Poobian? I also wanted to check this. We go to Amazon, and I try to watch it through Amazon. Can I? I can technically watch it through Amazon. Unfortunately, we're going to have to watch it through Amazon because it is a faster stream. So I'm going to go right to Amazon. It's 2 to 3. Actually, let's hold off on that. Let's just play it normally. And then during the first dead ball, we'll switch over to the Amazon stream. Here we go. Brunson has it up top. Where's my mic? There it is. They swing it over to Anunoby, driving to his right across the lane. Misses the layup, gets his own offensive rebound. Dribbling it back out, sees a double team, over to Town, swings it out to Bridges, right wing three from Mikal. Here we go. There we go. Mikal Bridges knocks down his first shot of the game, and it's a three-point shot. There you go. Also, I got to throw this up to you guys. My bad. Too busy ranting and raving about our New York Knicks. They hand it off to Sensabaugh, gets caught, kicks it out. A three for Ace Bailey. He can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Anunoby ends up with it, and he's going to bring it down the other way. They get it over to Bridges. Bridges, another three. He can't get it to go. Here come the Knicks. They kick it over. Sends the ball in the left corner. Got it to go. And it's 3 to 3. All right. They get over to Brunson up top. Slip past Karl Anthony Towns. Kicks it out to Shamet. Extra pass to Anunoby. Anunoby hesitates from three. They swing it around. Brunson up top being guarded by being guarded by Bailey. Stop, turn. Fall away, jumper in the paint, too high, can't get it to go, hits off the back of the rim, rebound to Filipowski. Here comes Keontae George being guarded by Shamet. They get it over to Filipowski, driving to his right, against Towns, leans in, puts it up off glass, gets it to go for Filipowski as he rolls it around. Nice move from Filipowski there against Towns. Bridges bringing it down the other way, gets it over to Towns as the trailer. Towns, pump fakes, driving to his left against Filipowski, blows by him, draws the foul, he's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. And with that being said, let me slide on over to the Amazon stream because it is a more recent stream. It will be more up to date for you guys. Let's go ahead, let's pause that one, and let's go over to this one. And we get a timeout, 5 to 8. All right, what happened? All right, we're going to get a timeout soon. It's 5 to 8. So let's play this one out to the timeout. and then we'll catch up perfectly. Brian Jacobs, what's up, Brian Jacobs? Say my username, what's up, say my username. Is Hart not playing, or is he just not starting? He is not playing, say my username. He is injured. He is on the injury report. Which is good, because he definitely deserves a bit of a rest. Karl Anthony Towns knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Towns knocked down the first free throw. 10-17 to go here in the first. And Towns hits both free throws. Here come the Jazz bringing it down the other way. Tied at 5. I will say, nice offensive start at least. Bridges knocked down a 3. Towns got into the foul line. It's nice. Bryce Sensball kicks it over to... Ace Bailey kicks it over to Sensball, and Sensball knocks down the left corner 3. Towns did hit the second free throw, and there's the timeout. So now we can switch string properly. 10:02 to go exactly. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And I'm going to go over here, and we're going to be good here. There we go. Trade said, if they don't blow the Jazz out, I'm going to crash. It wouldn't be the greatest situation to come off a 2-game losing streak and not take some of your frustrations out against this Utah Jazz team. But, big ol' buts, they are an NBA team filled with NBA players. And any team, I will maintain this to the last day I cover basketball. Any team can beat any team in the NBA on any given night. We saw the Brooklyn Nets come back from 23 down to beat the Detroit Pistons, right? So as long as you walk out with a victory, that's really the only thing I care about. Obviously, I would love for them to take out some frustrations and blow this team out for sure. But I won't crash out. Not me. William, what's up, William? Anyone bridge under 2 made threes? We'll see. He's already hit 1. Benzino said if Keontae's playing, no blowout. Keontae is playing. He's in the starting lineup. This is their starting lineup. Keontae, Bailey sends the ball, Cody Williams, and Filipowski. Jordan Clarkson gets a nice standing ovation, by the way. They're showing it. So the way I can watch it with as recent a stream as possible is by watching it through the Utah Jazz broadcast. So I will get an interesting perspective for the few moments that I sometimes try to listen to the commentary. Obviously, with me also calling the game, I don't normally listen to commentary, which is why it's not going to bother me too much that I'm not going to be watching the MSG broadcast. I will be watching the Utah Jazz broadcast. But Supreme Vader, what's up, Supreme Vader? Christopher, what's up, Chris? If this coach would start using some emotion to get his players to show some grit, he wouldn't have to call so many timeouts. I don't think that's going to affect anybody. Maybe that would work for like a high school team, but for a group of 20 and 30-year-olds, I don't think that is what's going to get guys going. Jet Fan, what's up, Jet Fan? If you're watching on Amazon, you can get the Knicks broadcast too. You cannot if you are watching in the Northeast area. It is a blackout game. They hand it off to Keontae George and a moving screen on Filipowski. The Knicks knocked down a jumper, by the way. So here we go. Let's get into it. 9:40 to go. That's 2 fouls on Filipowski, by the way. They're already thin in their front court with all the injuries that they've suffered. Nagyak said it would be nice to get to 10 first one of these games. So the starting lineup has struggled. No Josh Hart, and one of the worst teams in the league. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. They're going to call it off of Bridges. A bad pass from Towns. So the ball is going to go back to the Jazz now. Break forever. What's up, break forever? A Knicks blowout? I hope so. We'll see. The Fleas. What's up, Fleas? Keontae George up top coming to his left. They kick it out to Sensaball, a right wing 3. Sensaball splashes it. Utah feeling themselves a little bit here. Sensaball, his second made 3 already. And like we talked about in the pregame, Sensaball, he likes to put him up there. They leave Jalen Brunson wide open in the right wing. A nice swing pass from Towns, and Brunson easily knocks down the open 3. Miscommunication for the Jazz there. Here comes George bringing it down the other way. To his left off the screen, leans in, draws the foul, and gets the floater to go over Shamit. He's going to the foul line for one more. Fung Pei, what's up, Fung Pei? Jeffrey Pettiford, what's up, Jeff? Do you really think the Knicks are going to the finals? I have hope. I have hope. Hubian said, dang, we lost the first to 10 again. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not the traditional starting lineup, so you would hope that they would get off to a better start here. But not really going that way so far. Defense has been spotty, to say the least. And a little full court pressure here as Brunson turns it over against the double team, but then picks it right. Oh, no, they call it blocking foul. Definitely a charge to me, but they're going to give him the blocking foul. Keontae George did hit the free throw, by the way, so it's 14-10. And I believe that Sensabaugh, yes, Sensabaugh will go to the foul line for 2 free throws now. The Jazz feeling good, rolling early. All right, Knicks. What you got for us? As Sensabaugh misses a free throw. We love when our opponents miss free throws. Well, every single time. We'll never not love it. We'll never not love it. Jay Hammer said we have bad defense. Just pray that the other team misses a lot. I mean, they have the 6th strength defense. I'm sure they've dropped a bit since then, but Sensabaugh knocked down second free throw. They have a top 10 defense in the NBA. So no, they don't. The Knicks don't have a bad defense. And they definitely don't just rely on teams missing shots. But right now, you could say they have a bad defense, and they're trapping Jalen Brunson, who almost turns it over, gets it over to Towns. Towns has it on the left wing. Knicks have to do a better job of, or Brunson and the Knicks entirely have to do a better job of Towns down the paint. Can't knock down the scoop layup with the right hand against some contact. No foul called. Keontae George driving it down, kicks it out, left corner. Ace Bailey, a 3, got it to go. And a offensive foul, I believe, on the Jazz, but they're going to count that 3-point shot anyway. It's 18-10. So another slow start for the New York Knicks, despite a different starting lineup here. Where is Mo Diawara, man? Get Big Mo in there. Offensive foul on Bryce Sensabaugh. Keep crying, Houston. What's up, crying, Houston? Christian Blaze, what's up, Christian? Looking sharp. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. They're going to see if this meets the criteria of a flagrant. I think they're looking to see if this is an intentional bum rush by Sensabaugh. So what happened is Bailey shoots the left corner 3 in transition there. Brunson is under the rim. Sensabaugh crashes to, maybe jockey for positioning for an offensive rebound. Runs over Brunson there. And just kind of body checks him a little bit. And they're going to look to see if there's some extracurricular intensity to that. I could see it, but I think they'll keep it a common foul. Kyle Gavigan, what's up, Kyle? Great show. We're gonna be what? Come on, brother. Come on, Kyle. Bruce said, at least I remind everyone this team is 25 games underwater. Filled with NBA players, though, and the Knicks are leaving Brent Sensabaugh, who is their go-to scorer, along with Keontae George, wide open from 3. They also left Ace Bailey wide open from 3. He was a knockdown 3-point shooter as well as a rookie. Like, that is his best trait, is that he can knock down open shots. So, Knicks not playing well defensively to start this game. Marcus, what's up, Marcus? Start Diawara. He will be coming in off the bench as usual. Hopefully soon. We got 8:20 to go here. I'll let my timer tick too far down, but 8:20 to go here in the first quarter. It's an 8-point game after that last 3. And the ref's still looking to see if this meets the criteria of a flagrant. I don't know how many times you could see it from different angles that would make you change your mind. You either think it's a flagrant or you don't think it's a flagrant. Let's keep it moving, refs. Let's keep it moving. Reno Biz, what's up, Reno? I need Brunson for a double-double. Let's go. We'll see. We'll see. We obviously know he's capable, but not really his game to necessarily go for the double-double. Quan Reed, what's up, Quan? Need Brunson over 5 assists? Now that's a gettable number right there for Jalen Brunson. Nick Yak said, team's been running over Brunson since Detroit showed them how to slow up Brunson. Yeah, definitely a little extra physicality there from Sensabaugh. Ref's still looking at it, though, man. Again, you either think this is a flagrant off the first couple of reviews or you don't. No need to pause this game this long. Jay Davis, what's up, Jay Davis? Bruce said, I hate to say it, we're looking more and more like a collection of stars. And they are going to call it a flagrant one. They are indeed going to call it a flagrant one foul on Bryce Sensabaugh, intentionally running over Jalen Brunson there. They ruled it excessive and unnecessary, which technically, yes, is the definition of flagrant one, and I do think that that foul meets that criteria, so they gave him the flagrant one there. Dave Valenzuela, what's up, Dave? Since the All-Star break, we look at sorts like there is something internal with the squad. I completely disagree. I think losing makes people feel that way. If they had split the if they had split the LA games, they were 1-1 coming off the Lakers or Clippers game. I don't think anybody would be saying that. I disagree. I think losing makes people upset and makes people look at them a different way. As Brunson splits the free throws, Knicks get the ball though. 11-18. Winning cures everything, right? When the Knicks are winning, everything comes up roses and everything is fine. When the Knicks are losing, oh no, this team is a mess. They don't look like they like each other. Things need to change and trades need to happen. And I don't think that is the case. I think it's a group of professional people playing a basketball team, building chemistry, and they're very good at it. But they're not one of the best teams in the league at it. As Anunoby knocks down the left wing three. There you go, OG. Right? They're not the Thunder. They're not the Spurs. They're not the Pistons. Therefore, they have issues. Sometimes those issues come to light. It is what it is. They are 41-25. Sends the ball down the lane, throws up a floater, can't get it to go. Towns the rebound, quick outlet to Brunson. The Knicks have consistently gotten out to slow starts these past couple of weeks, probably since post-All-Star break, but they have found a way to come back as Towns misses the straightaway trail three. Here come the Utah Jazz, bring it down the other way. I have no concerns about whether or not the Knicks will actually win this basketball game. I have concerns about whether or not the Utah Jazz will make it difficult for them to win this basketball game. Bridges comes up with a block on Sensabaugh to the rim, but he picks up the loose ball, kicks it out to Filipowski, and Filipowski gets those 3 points right back. It's 21-14. They get it up top to Towns. Towns gets it over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Cody Williams. Brunson gets it over to Bridges. Bridges attacking to his right, gets into the paint, leaves it off of Brunson. Brunson on the right wing for a three. In and out, can't get it to stay. Rebound to George. George shot out of a cannon, pushing it the other way, throws it down low. And that is Cody Williams catching it over Jalen Brunson for a two-handed slam. It is a 9-point game now. Brunson gets it over to Towns. Towns up top. Towns hands it off to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Sensabaugh, gets it over to Anunoby. Gets it over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Filipowski. Backing him down, shovels it back out the Bridges, gets it back into Towns. Towns in the post. This is what we've been asking for. Towns post touches. He settles for the fall-away baseline jumper. Terrible decision from Towns. And then Keontae George just loses the handle on the ball. He throws the head pass to Cat. Cat has to go recover it because he did not catch it cleanly. They get over to Shamet. Shamet drives the lane, pulls it back out, shoves it over to Brunson. Brunson swings through to his left in the paint, trying to blow past the defense, draws the foul, misses the floater. He'll go to the foul line for 2 free throws. It's the second foul and sends the ball now, including that flagrant. Mark said, got no patience for this team right now. I get it, especially considering we stayed up late for that Clippers game, and there's a 9 o'clock start time here in the East Coast. So we're going to stay up later than usual to cover this game. Yeah, I get it. I'll tell you what, though, it is March 11th now. So time is winding down in the regular season here. We don't have too much longer to this. This is as Jordan Clarkson enters the game. See? I am not surprised, but I am happy to see Jordan Clarkson getting minutes here tonight. There you go, JC. Get the rousing ovation from the Utah fans who definitely enjoyed Jordan Clarkson's time here in Utah. He did win them a 6th Man of the Year trophy, so. Dave said, Clarkson is out of the rotation, no Kolek. Hart is always disgruntled, and chemistry and cohesiveness is pivotal for underestimate, just my opinion. Those things are true. I just don't think any of those things apply to the Knicks. Clarkson should not be in the rotation. Kolek should not be in the rotation. Definitely Clarkson. Kolek, debatable on how you feel him versus Alvarado. And I don't think Hart is disgruntled. I think that is a public face he puts on to troll people. And I think they do have chemistry. I think the chemistry between Brunson and Hart is great. I think the chemistry between Brunson and Bridges is great. I think the chemistry between Bridges and Hart is great. I think the chemistry between Alvarado and Towns is solid. Mitchell Robinson is in the game as well, along with Mo Diawara. I think this team does have chemistry. Is it Denver level chemistry? No. Is it San Antonio level chemistry? No. Is it high level chemistry? It is. It is. I don't think anybody's necessarily underestimating those things, but I don't think those are things that the Knicks team struggles with. And another moving screen here, this time on Ace Bailey. Ball back to the Knicks. 16-23. 6 minutes to go. We are at the halfway point here in the first quarter. The bench is in. The bench is in, and the bench is usually the unit that comes in and changes the tenor of basketball games for the Knicks. So let's see if they could do it again here. Brunson bringing it down, coming to his left off the Robinson screen. They get over to Bridges. Bridges hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson up top to Brunson. Brunson at the half-court line. Coming to his left off a high Robinson screen. Over to Clarkson. Clarkson, pass fake, driving to his right, down the lane, in the paint. Kicks it out. Mo Diawara, wide open. Right wing three. Line me up. Can't get it to go for Mo Diawara. Here comes Cody Williams. Over to Keontae George. George down the lane. Gets blocked by Mikal Bridges, his second block of the night. Hit ahead pass to Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson in the lane. Smokes a layup. Come on, JC. Dunk it. I know you're 33. Here comes Keontae George spinning off of Clarkson. Gets into the lane, hangs in the air, kicks it out to Bailey. Bailey, a right wing three, hits the front of the rim and gets a friendly bounce. And it is a 10-point deficit for the New York Knicks. And here we are. Now you're going to have to battle back against this team. Again, I'm not worried that the Knicks will win this game because the Utah Jazz definitely want to lose it. And they have shown the propensity to sit their guys in the fourth quarter to make sure they do lose it. So the Knicks will win this basketball game. But they're going to make it as ugly as possible. Diawara, the extra pass to the open Clarkson. Clarkson can't hit the open three. Kevin Love, the rebound. Hit ahead to George. George, the hit-ahead pass down low to a big man I don't know the name of who misses a layup. And then Robinson saves the rebound from going out of bounds. That's Oscar Tshiebwe. Shout out Oscar Tshiebwe. They get over to Brunson on the right wing. They get it up top to Clarkson. Clarkson pump fakes, drives it down, kicks out to Brunson. A right corner three for Jalen Brunson. He misses it. Robinson the rebound. Gets it up top to Clarkson. Clarkson the open three. Clarkson misses that three. Long rebound to Brunson. Brunson has it up top. Gets it over to Diawara. Back to Brunson being guarded by Kevin Love. They have to bring a double team. Brunson walks into an open three. Kicks it over to Clarkson at the last second. And Clarkson gets a layup. And then a timeout from the Utah Jazz. But it is still a disappointing start to the game for the New York Knicks. Mark said, there's the jinx. There's the jinx, Marks. There's the jinx. I've been jinxing them all season, unfortunately. Ben Thompson, can they make a shot? I've been asking this question the whole West Coast road trip. Since the Denver game, this Knicks team has forgotten how to shoot. Dave said, man, I like Kolek. I like Kolek too. Always have. Egos are always a problem in the bright lights of New York. I don't think egos are an issue on this team. I have questioned. I will say, in the ego part, I have questioned if whether or not Josh Hart remains in the starting lineup, maybe because of an ego from Josh Hart being like, no, I'm a starter, because we did hear him be disgruntled coming off the bench to start the season, being like, oh, now I have to adjust to this. So, to your point, Dave, that part is true. I do agree with you with that. I think if there's any egos getting in the way, I believe it's Josh Hart's ego getting in the way of this team taking the next step. Because he would be so good coming off the bench. So good in a little bit more limited of a role. But there's no Josh Hart tonight, so I don't want to harp on the Josh Hart in the starting lineup thing. Rose, if stars on teams not playing to their potential, then start the bench, at least they will play. Unfortunately, that's not how it works in the NBA. Might work for a high school team, maybe even a college team. It's not going to work in the NBA, though. These guys are getting paid millions of dollars. You're not going to sit that guy on the bench and not have his name called. Oh! The Utah Jazz dancers are on the screen for this timeout break. And they're in heels. And one of the dancers tried to do like a cartwheel flip and slipped and fell on her face. Hopefully she's okay. That was crazy. That was a jump scare. She popped right back up. She kept the show going. Charles also said, why are the Knicks trailing? Can't believe this. Against the Jazz, it's not a good start for the Knicks at all. The Jazz can make things difficult for some teams. They've been in games they shouldn't have been in before. They always find ways to lose because that's what tanking teams do. But like I said to start the show, the Knicks have historically struggled in Utah. They've historically struggled in Utah. They always struggle against the Utah Jazz for whatever reason. Maybe it's because the Jazz have been bad and they play in altitude and the Knicks just come out slow thinking, hey, we'll run over this team, we'll be fine. Who knows what the reason is? Ultimately, they just struggle in Utah. They don't necessarily struggle against the Jazz because they always beat the Jazz when they come to New York. But whenever they have to fly out to Utah, they really struggle against this team. No matter the talent disparity, no matter the team record disparities, it doesn't seem to matter who's on the court for the Jazz. They just find a way to hang around with the Knicks. Hopefully the Knicks snap out of this as the game goes on. The Utah Jazz are 9 for 14 from the field to start. They will cool off at some point. The Knicks will go on a run. They'll take the lead, and hopefully we don't have to look back. Angel A1 Drama, what's up, Angel? You'd think there would be a more urgency coming from 2 losses? You would think, Angel. You would think. Jeff Brown, what's up, Jeff? Dom Anthony. Can't keep playing from behind, certainly not with this payroll. I mean, it's the regular season. They'll be all right. Generally, yes. Generally, yes. But this is a team looking forward to the playoffs. Isaiah Collier is in the game. He is a good young point guard. He's shown some promise here. Gets it over to Ace Bailey, who misses the shot. Love saves the rebound. We're right to Jalen Brunson. And here come the New York Knicks. Hit ahead pass to Diawara. Diawara's going to drive it down. Euro step, scoop layup with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Robinson the rebound. Kicks it out to Brunson up top. Extra pass to Bridges. Extra pass to Diawara. Left corner 3 for Mo. In and out. Stays out. Clarkson battling for the rebound. Battling for it. Collier ends up with it. We got to knock one of these down, Mo. You missed 2 threes and a layup. Got to knock one of these down. They swing it up top to Collier. Now over to Love. Love being guarded by Diawara. Love kicks it out to Collier. Collier being guarded by Clarkson. Collier coming to his right. Down the lane. Kicks it out. Kevin Love, left corner 3 for Love, and he knocks it down. And now it's an 11-point deficit for the New York Knicks. Oh, brother, here we go again, guys. Here we go again. Boo, what's up, Boo? Raymond said, is the altitude drives you crazy? It can. Brunson lobs it up to Robinson, and Robinson missed the lob dunk. Literally nothing going right for the Knicks. Literally nothing. Layups from Diawara, dunks from Robinson, wide open threes, none of it going right. Layups for Clarkson in transition, none of it going right. Cody Williams kicks it up top to Collier. Collier being guarded by Diawara on the switch, shot clock winding down, so it's an isolation. Collier dancing with it, settles for the step back midi, got it to go, nothing but net. It is a 13-point deficit for the New York Knicks. 31 first quarter points for the Utah Jazz, a 22-8 run over the last 6.5 minutes. Brunson up top coming to his left off the Diawara screen. Brunson on the left wing gets it up top to Diawara. They swing it around. Clarkson in the right corner doesn't want to take the 3, so he's going to drive it on Shibwe. Step back jumper in the paint. Got it to go for Jordan Clarkson. Oh, brother, guys. Oh, brother. Jeff Van said, we freaking suck, man. They'll be all right, man. They'll be all right. Kevin Love on the left wing. It is frustrating. Vent your frustrations for sure. Let him out, guys. Let him out. A 3, wide open 3 for Cody Williams as he knocks it down. 14-point deficit for the Knicks now. Mark said, we need the dog in the burning room meme. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Guys, what are we worried about? It's the New York Knicks. We blew out the Spurs. We blew out the Nuggets. Diawara, you better knock this 3 down. He does. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo. Mo finally knocks down a 3. I know it's a long 2. It's a long 2. Come on, Mo. Get those toes behind the line. Boo said, losing to the Jazz with no Nurkic. Nurkic? No Jackson Jr., no Lauri Markkanen, no Nurkic, and no... who's the other guy they're missing? I can't remember. But Brunson shot out of a cannon, bringing it down in the paint, kicks it out Diawara. A left corner 3 for Mo. Mo misses that one. Mo Diawara's taking, 5 shots already? He's 1 for 5. He's taking more shots than Brunson. And a mid-range shot or a floater or something from Ace Bailey. He got it to go. It's 36-22. And here we go. Here we go. Say my username. Said Jazz are not missing though. They're not, but they are wide open. As Bruce Fowler said, they are wide open. Time and time again. Bailey to the rim, right past Clarkson for the scoop layup. And that is why Jordan Clarkson is no longer in the rotation. Mark said, we're depending on Mo 3s. Good night. Hey, man. No Mo Diawara slander, Mark. No Mo Diawara slander. You know how I feel about Mo. But yeah, Mo Diawara being 1 for 5 is not what you want to see. Not what you want to see at all. Clarkson is 2 for 5. Brunson 1 for 4. Bridges 1 for 2. You got to wonder how Mo Diawara can come into the game and get up 5 shots, but Bridges can only get up 2. Again, they'll rotate over to Mikal Bridges. They won't necessarily rotate over to Mo Diawara. At least it's not on their priority list on defense. Sean Edits, what's up, Sean? Brian Jacobs said, I was going to say, but I'll come back to say it. Jazz might win this one, but nah, Jazz will hand it over at the end. Yeah, they'll hang around. They'll probably even, hold on to a lead for majority of this first half, but come the third quarter, come the fourth quarter, they'll find a way to lose it. They're in the game of losing basketball games. They've already been fined for making sure they lose basketball games. Benzino said we're cursed. We won the cup and now it's over. They will be back, guys. They will be back. I'm going to play therapist tonight, right? I'm going to play therapist. So vent all your frustrations, but we got to remember they will be back. They will be back. Mark said, give me GTA and a Kolek mix. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Speaking of, Alvarado's in the game for Mikal Bridges here. So we have a small lineup as Anunoby turns it over. We have a small lineup of Brunson, Clarkson, and Alvarado as who got that layup to go? Who's that young man? Garcia. I believe that was Garcia who got the layup out on the break like that. His NBA debut, Garcia, he scored a basket. He's signed to a 10-day. Look at Garcia. He's getting taken to school by Brunson. And he draws the foul. Brunson going to the foul line for 2. Bruce Fowl said the cafe is open. The cafe is indeed open. Mark said, making terrible decisions. They are indeed. They are indeed. Thankfully, there are no West Coast games during the playoffs for the Knicks until they get to the NBA Finals. So get out of this West Coast trip, go back home, and figure yourself out, man, because this is some ugly basketball the New York Knicks have been playing as of late. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Judge that said I would trade JB for Ace Bailey, I think. All right, we're going a little too far. A little too far. DeAndre said, Knicks have been really grinding my gears, man. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, here on the East Coast, where I assume most of you are, and, not all of you, where I assume most of you are, it is now 9:41 p.m., and the Knicks are trailing by 14 points as Harkless fires up a wide-open straightaway 3, can't get it to go. Robinson a rebound in the paint and gets it over to Brunson. The Knicks are trailing by 14 as we approach the end of this fourth quarter here. 20 seconds to go. My timer's off. And it's not good. It's not good. Knicks not playing well at any level. Brunson coming to his right off the Anunoby screen. Brunson on the right wing. Gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby pump fakes. Driving to his right. Spins to his left. Down the lane. Gets the layup to go over Shibwe. Nice drive and finish for OG Anunoby. It's a 12-point game. Here comes Isaiah Collier bringing it down. Shot clock, game clock winding down. Beats the double team. Throws up the floater. I assume that's a long 2. That's a long 2 for Isaiah Collier as the Utah Jazz put up a 40-point first quarter against the New York. 41. It is a 3. It is a 3. Show me the replay. That is a 3 from Isaiah Collier. He split Jordan Clarkson and Jose Alvarado there. Just kind of ran through. Obviously, they don't want to foul him at the end of the quarter there. He's running full speed. He takes off before the three-point line, lands inside the foul line or around the foul line as he throws up a floater and he banks it in and rattles around the rim. It falls through. And it is a three-pointer. So it is a 15-point lead, and they put up 41 points on this Knicks defense that has risen to top 5 defense levels. And yet you allowed the Utah Jazz to come out and hang 41 on you in that first quarter. All right. This is where we're at, guys. Vent your frustrations. Let them out. The Knicks will make a comeback. They'll win this game, but I don't think anybody will feel good about it. Donald Ho, what's up, Don? Eric C said, if we are down at halftime, I'm turning off the game and watching Velocipaster or Zombievers. Crazy pool with the Velocipaster. Shout out Velocipaster. It's a classic. That's cinema right there. Velocipaster is indeed cinema. New Lord, what's up, New Lord? Alan Zelayo, what's up, Alan? I see everyone here doesn't understand what tanking means. The Utah Jazz, I mean, look, whether they're tanking or not tanking, 41, giving up 41 points in the fourth quarter to a team that's 20-45 when you're 41-25 is not good. Not good. And so people are going to be upset about it, and I think rightfully so. But the Jazz will find a way to lose this game. The Knicks will find a way to win it because the Utah Jazz are in the business of losing games, and the Knicks are in the business of winning games, so it benefits both teams for that outcome to happen. But 41-26 after the first quarter is not what you want to see. Seth McDonald, what's up, Seth? Is not happening with Tibbs. As a matter of fact, Seth, we watched all of the Knicks season last year, and I can tell you right now, it did indeed happen with Tibbs all the time. So, Hubian said at this point, they kind of deserve to lose this game, but they will not lose this game. They will not. Brian Jacobs said Clarkson had like 16 last time they played Utah. Put Clarkson in. He's familiar with the rims. He played today. Yes, he has played already, Brian. And he wasn't very good. He missed a wide open three. He missed a fast break layup with nobody around him. And I believe he's got 4 points and 2 for 5 shooting. Yeah, he's still in the game. 4 points, 2 for 5 shooting. Wide open three, missed wide open layup, and a missed mid-range jumper. Here we go. Start of the second quarter. What you got for us, New York? What you got for us? We got Alvarado, Shamet, Towns, Anunoby. As another three goes down for Utah, it is an 18-point lead as Harkless knocks down the left wing three. Elijah Harkless. Here we go. Here we go. Alvarado gets it over to Shamet. Shamet just can't catch the ball. Goes right through his hands. And here come the Jazz, who have the opportunity of going up 20 points the start of this second quarter. I kind of hope it happens now, just for the goofs and the gaps and the laughs of it all. Collier gets it over to Love. Love leaves it off for, is that Shibwe? Shibwe misses the layup. Towns the rebound. Should have been a 20-point deficit for the Knicks. Here comes Clarkson, leaves it off for Towns. He walks into the straightaway three. He's wide open. He knocks it down. Towns' three-point shot returning to him is nice to see. But now the Knicks got to find a way out of this. AP, what's up, AP? At this point, I don't care as long as they make changes next year and break this group up. That is entirely dependent on how the playoff run goes. So nothing that happens in the regular season will change the mind of this front office. If they have success in the playoffs, as Towns tried to throw an outlet pass to Clarkson and turns it over, they get it out to Love. Love walks behind the three-point line and knocks down the three. So they get the 3 points right back. It's back up to 18 and a timeout for the New York Knicks. Boy, oh boy, is it looking ugly out there. Just that's at 11 for 13. Is that what they're shooting from three? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Because that's what it feels like, I'll tell you that. The Fleas with the Fleas. One simple word. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Fleas. It is indeed unbelievable. I mean, this is insane. This is not good. And the Knicks deserve to be roasted for it. So fire them away, y'all. Fire them away. Let them know how you feel for sure. Let them know. I mean, we could maybe take some solace in the fact that it looks like maybe the Cavs could lose to the Magic here. Maybe. Maybe. It looks like the Raptors could possibly lose to the Pelicans here. Maybe. You know, these are close games with still more than enough time remaining. So, DeAndre said, it's high school teams out here playing better ball than the Knicks. You're not wrong. J3, what's up, Jay? I can't believe what I'm seeing. The Knicks know these teams are not going to lay down unless you are the Wizards. I mean, to be fair, the Wizards didn't lay down. They tried to guard Bam. They just fouled him the whole time. Guarded him poorly. And then you have the Knicks possibly going down to the Utah Jazz here tonight. Yeah. You said they're 11 for 13. Tell me they're 11 for 13 from three-point range. They are indeed 11 for 13 from the three-point range. I'm not going to harp on this, though, because they've been butt naked wide open from three-point range. It's been disgusting. It's been disgusting. Jeff Brown said, hopefully my boys come back and win this. I was about to say, I assume they will against the Jazz. My guy Jeff Brown is a Cavs fan, so he's talking about the Cavs. They're currently down 8 to the Magic. Magic playing better basketball as of late. Joel Palin, what's up, Joel? Karen said, you all complain and say the same things every year. And they have played well in the playoffs every single year, Karen. I tend to agree. Absolutely. They will be fine come playoffs time. But that does not mean that you can't voice the frustrations of what's going on here tonight. Voice them. Let them know. This is a disgusting start to the game from the New York Knicks. And it's blowing past start because we are in the second quarter. So, Lana Mona said a long night. It's going to end up being a long night indeed. Indeed. Dark Knights, what's up, Dark Knights? It's rigged? It is indeed not rigged, brother. It's just one team playing way too poorly against this other team here. It is not a good game from the New York Knicks. And they got a long road back just to pull off this victory. They get it to Towns in the post, and he knocks down a floater. Okay. I was hoping to, like, have the energy and be excited and be able to call a good basketball game and get back on track for our New York Knicks and all of those things. And here we are, Knicks playing like trash, getting smoked by the Jazz right now. Collier on the left wing attacking. There was a bullet pass inside to Cody Williams for a two-handed slam. Nobody guarding him. I don't know who's supposed to be guarding him. I don't know whose man is that. It looked like maybe Clarkson, but I can't say for sure. But this is why Jordan Clarkson is no longer in the rotation. Does not add any value on that side of the ball. They get over to Towns on the pick and pop. He's open from three, doesn't want to take it. He's going to put his head down, attack in the paint, put up the floater. Got it to go from Towns yet again. Towns taking advantage of his size and his skill down low. It should be a Karl-Anthony Towns night with the lack of front court options that the Utah Jazz have. So here we go. Towns taking over a little bit. He's got 9 points on 3 for 6 shooting. They get over to Collier, spins to his right in the paint. Follow away jumper over Clarkson. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Alvarado knocks a rebound over to Towns. Quick outlet to Clarkson, crossing over to his left in the paint. Bump Euro down the lane. Gets stripped but fouled. Collier asks for a challenge. Clarkson will go to the foul line for 2 unless they challenge. Mark said, get Clarkson out of the game. Mike Brown's here for the vibes tonight. He might not be here to win a basketball. He might be like, they'll give it to us in the fourth quarter. We'll be all right. We'll be all right with Clarkson out there right now. Christopher said Alvarado's been a bum lately. He has been a bit of a bum lately. I can't even argue that. He's got to step it up, man. He's got to step it up. Ahmed said, where's Cat? Cat's been hooping. 9 points, 3 for 6 from the field, 4 boards, 2 assists. He's been hooping so far to start the game. New Lord said Rim has vibration button to stop shots from going in. It does not, brother. It does not. It is a funny... that is a funny conspiracy theory, though. Clarkson knocks down both of his free throws. It's a 14-point game. Bruce Williams. Can someone tell the Knicks players you have to win the away games also? They are 17-16 away. They are a 500 team on the road. Collier loses the ball. Collier pointing to the other side of the court saying, hey, man, you just gave Clarkson that call. They go over to Towns in transition for a 3. In and out, can't get it to stay. And the rebound goes to the kid Garcia. Here comes Harkless bringing it down against Clarkson. Blows right past him, gets into the paint, and throws it away. Shamet picks up the loose ball. He's pushing it the other way. Shamet over to Clarkson. Clarkson in the paint. Takes some contact. Can't get the layup to go. Gets his own putback, though. Jordan Clarkson. Upset he didn't get the initial foul. It's a 12-point game, guys. They're right back into it, guys. They're battling back against the Utah Jazz, the feisty Jazz. When they take the lead, we'll start celebrating their play. But until then, it is monotone play call here. As Collier settles for the step back, jumper can't get it to go. Suddenly, some of these jump shots not going down, and the Knicks slowly crawling their way back in. They get it to Towns as a trailer. He's going to pump fake. Now he's going to pump fake again. Now he's going to set up for the straightaway 3, and he's going to knock it down. Karl-Anthony Towns is hooping. He's hooping. It's a 9-point game and a timeout for the Jazz. No timeout? No timeout. No timeout. No, a timeout. A timeout for the Jazz. They changed their mind a couple times, but they are going to go with the timeout. Alden? What's up, Alden? Where's Brunson? On the bench. He starts the second quarters on the bench, brother. Christian. Clarkson can heat up. He can. J3, back in the New York groove. They're getting there. Led by Karl-Anthony Towns. Just that said, Cat the only hope right now. Mark said, we're going to win now, guys. Let's bring the hype. Like I said, we'll hype it up a little bit once they actually take that lead. Take that lead, hold that lead, keep that lead, build that lead, win the game. 8 minutes to go. Tread said, yeah, they might be good. I'm telling you, they'll be fine. They'll take the lead eventually, but that start to the game is not good. And we'll see how they respond after this timeout. Good run, obviously, from the Knicks. They're back into it. They cut 9 points off the lead. Largest lead of the game was 18. It is now 9. They still have half the other way to go. They've only made half a comeback so far. Apollo, what's up, Apollo? Bridges was not worth it. That will be decided come playoff time. But he'll never be worth 5 first-round picks. That was an overpay, purposely, because they knew they were going to lose Dante DiVincenzo. Dia, what's up, Dia? Kyle said, I like Monica McNutt. I don't understand the hate. I didn't know there was Monica McNutt hate. I love Monica McNutt. I think she's great. Jay said, going to be at MSG tomorrow for the Big East tourney. Can't wait. That's a fun time. I always wanted to go to that in the Garden. Benzino said, we sorely miss Deuce. Desperately and sorely. Definitely. Mr. Lee, what's up, Mr. Lee? Monica's awesome. I like Monica McNutt. I like her a lot. I think she's great. Just that said need a 30-3 run. Well, against the Jazz, it's capable. When you play this bad of a team, it's capable. Jay Atkins, what's up, Jay? It's one of those nights, Jay, one of those nights. Farm Boy TV, what's up, Farm Boy TV? Marathon for JC today, thanks, Coach. He's out there. He's got 8 points. If there's anything Jordan Clarkson can do, he can put that ball in the basket. But he scored 8 points. He might have given up like 12 by this point. Shout out Jordan Clarkson, man. Get your shine in Utah today, just as long as it's in a win. B. Willis, what's up, B. Willis? The league is watching how wacky teams beat us. Yeah, I mean, I think teams, at this point in the season, I think majority of teams are at the point where the tanking teams want to get to the end of the season so they can figure out where the draft lottery is and start their offseason process. And teams competing for the playoffs want to get to the playoffs already so they can know their matchup and get to the point where they can start preparing. So I think everybody here, as we approach the middle of March, we are now over a week in, are getting to a point where they're like, can we just sim to the end of the season now? We got like 15 or so games remaining. We're going to get wacky things happening, like Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points in a game. Here we go. We're back into it. The Knicks applying some nice pressure here. Jordan Clarkson does sub out. Let's see if the Knicks defense picks up here. They are applying a nice pressure. They hand it off, and Alvarado fouls Harkless up top. And Alvarado saying something to Mike Brown, possibly wanting a challenge. Didn't like the foul call he received after he picked the pocket of Harkless. Cal Gavin said, now Alvarado's down. Yeah, he went down holding his wrist, but he's fine. He seems all right. They kick it out to a wide open three for Harkless. He comes up short, and a rebound to Mitchell Robinson. Knocked out of his hands, though. Towns picks up, kicks it out to Alvarado. Alvarado pushing the pace, has it up top, spins, coming to his right, down the lane. A lot of contact, no foul call. Bullet pass from Alvarado inside to Robinson for a two-handed slam. And Alvarado picking up the pace and playing well. Guy Villano, what's up, Guy? Appreciate you, Guy. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for that subscription. Down the lane, draws the foul on Towns. And that's Cody Williams. He'll go to the foul line for 2 with 7 to go. Layton. What's up, Layton? Lol Jash. Jaslime? Lil Jaslime? You meant Cat 15 and a half? I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for the bettors in the chat. I'm rooting for you guys. Madrasi, what's up, Madrasi? Think we'll get 50 or more wins this year? Absolutely. They are already at 41 and 25. Layton with the subscription. Appreciate you, Layton. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Van Leeuwen. Appreciate you. Utah splits the free throws. Cody Williams split the free throws there. 50 to 42. Alvarado gets it to Towns. High post, left wing. Towns sees a double team, pass fake, kicks out to Shamus, swings through to his right, down the lane, right wing, pull up midi, can't get it to go. Robinson knocks the rebound to Alvarado, over to Shamet mishandled the ball, had to put it up with the shot clock winding down. Robinson another rebound, over to Diawara inside the Cat gets fouled. 6:44 to go. Last chance with the subscription. Appreciate your last chance. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Layton said, I need a double-double from Cat. I think that's a pretty good one. Cat averages a double-double, so. And 7 assists from Brunson. Brunson is now going to check back into the game. He's got 2 assists. So let's see how Brunson plays this one here. They're sticking with the double big lineup. Towns tries to go take the baseline. Knocked out of bounds. They call it out of bounds off of Towns. Towns arguing that it's not off of him. If anything, he said, even if it's not a foul, it's not off of me. So the Knicks coaching staff are going to use their challenge. New Lord said, sit Alvarado. I think Alvarado's been solid since he came into the game, but he is sitting now. This is the lineup we have out on the court for the New York Knicks. You got Brunson, Anunoby, Diawara, Towns, and Robinson. A very big lineup out there. As for the Jazz, you have Garcia. I don't even know the young man's first name. We're going to look it up. But you have Garcia, Harkless, Elijah Harkless, Oscar Tshiebwe, Ace Bailey, and Cody Williams. It's funny to see this lineup out there against this lineup. And if I told you this lineup is down by 8 points right now, you'd go, what? New Lord said, play Sohan or Kolek, shaking my head. I mean, this is the kind of night against Utah Jazz. You can get away with playing anybody. Young On said, Knicks are the best stupid team. Maybe. Them and the Minnesota Timberwolves battling for that, for sure. Slime said, do you think OG's getting 13? He could. So they used the challenge, and it's not out of bounds on the Jazz. It's actually a foul on Garcia there, trying to guard Towns in the post. Shout out to Garcia. Also, let's look up his first name. They brought it up earlier. Anderson Garcia. Let's give him his shout out. His NBA debut. Shout out Anderson Garcia. Shout out the young man. He is in here on a 10-day contract, getting the opportunity to play. And he's playing with a ton of energy, ton of effort. Shout out Anderson Garcia. His NBA debut tonight. Shout him out. Learn his name. Hopefully he sticks around. I'm rooting for him. New Lord said NBA mad. Knicks destroyed Denver. Rigged? It's not rigged, brother. Benzina. It just thundered in White Plains. Oh, the rain is indeed coming. It is indeed coming. Towns kicks it out to Diawara, swings through to his left. Diawara, Euro steps down the lane, knocks down the lefty layup. What a beautiful play. Towns was also very demonstrative in looking at Mo Diawara, thinking he either should have been somewhere or made a cut or something. Elijah down the lane, leaves it off for Tshiebwe in the paint. Ball knocked out of his hands. Towns picks it up. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson pushing it the other way. Brunson down the lane, takes some contact, gets the ball knocked out of his hands, and it's going to go back to the Jazz. It's happened a couple of times to Brunson. Brian Jacobs said he thought about it and then said maybe he's going to make me think about it too. Not a conversation I'm a part of. Apologize for that. Thundered in Jersey. Here we go. Layton said Brunson on some BS today. A little bit. He's been in a bit of a slump. Need him to break out of it. They get over to Cody Williams. Cody Williams crosses over to his right on Bridges, to the lane, to the basket. Can't knock down the layup. Robinson, a quick outlet to Mo Diawara, to the rim. Can't get the layup to go because he gets swatted out of bounds. Is that by Garcia? I think that's by Garcia. There you go, Garcia. Make a name for yourself. Mo Diawara, that's why you got to dunk it, brother. You got the best athletes in the world. You're no longer in whatever league you were playing in. I think he came right from France. I think he was playing in a league in France. Whatever league you were playing in, brother, you're playing against the best athletes in the world now, so you got to punch that. You got to dunk it. No layups allowed. You're 6'10", brother. You're 6'10". Bridges got to get it in. They get it in to Brunson. Brunson on the left wing, coming to his right. Sees a double team. They get over to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing. Crossing over to his left. Mid-range pull-up jumper. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Rebound over to Bailey. Bailey hit ahead to George. George shot out of a cannon. Kicks it in the corner to sends the ball. And sends the ball. Knocks down the right corner three. So the Jazz put in their guys. And the Knicks give up. Mark said goaltend? Maybe. But just dunk the ball. Just dunk it. Brunson has it up top, 9-point deficit. Brunson gets it over to Bridges. Bridges a right wing three, looking for an answer. Can't get it. Fight on the glass for the rebound. Robinson almost tips it in, but it rolls off the side, and Filipowski picks it up. Here comes George over to Senzabal, who's feeling it from three. He misses that one. Anunoby right in front of him. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Jazz. Brian Jacobs said Donovan Mitchell has fallen out of my top 10 right now tonight. Never in my top 10. I don't know. I don't know if I have a top 10. I'd have to think about it. They get over to Shibwe to the rim, gets the scoop layup to go on the little pick and roll off the inbound. And the Utah Jazz are up by 11 on the New York Knicks, 55-44. And I was starting to get a little hyped about the game. And now I'm back to being disappointed. Brunson up top coming to his right off the Diawara screen. Pocket pass to Diawara rolling down the middle of the lane. It's the ball knocked out of his hands and then leaves it off for Mitchell Robinson in the paint by himself. And the Utah Jazz are standing there stunned because Mo Diawara jumped in the air and came back down with the ball, but the ball was knocked out of his hands. So it is not a travel for Mo Diawara. It does end up an assist for Mo. And I don't think they give him the assist unless they're waiting to change it. Keontae George has it up top being guarded by Bridges. They get it over to Sensabaugh, driving it down. Bridges digging down, almost picks up the steal. Brunson does pick up the steal. Diawara dives on it, saves it over to Bridges. Mikal Bridges bringing it down. Up top, driving to his left. Leaves it off Mo Diawara. He's going to walk into the wide open straightaway three. They're going to give it to him, and he's going to make him pay. Mo Diawara, baby. That's my guy. That's my guy, Mo. CJ Trent, what's up, CJ? Kyle Gavin said, yikes, Sensabaugh just did the Mikal Selly in his grill. Hopefully that wakes him up. You need somebody to get in Mikal's face a little bit. Wake him up. Wake that competitive side of him up. Sleepwalking out there. Sleepwalking these last couple of games. Kick it over to Sensabaugh for a three, knocks it down. We talked about it in the pregame. We talked about the Jazz very quickly, but we talked about it. Bryce Sensabaugh, 16 points tonight. He can't miss from three. He's 5 for 6 from three-point range. Maybe, just maybe, as he jumps the passing lane, Diawara did not see him coming and knocks the ball out of his hands. Filipowski down the lane, runs over Brunson, no foul is called, and Keontae George knocks down a right wing three to knock it back up to 12. It's a three. Knocks it back up to 12. 3:17 to go. The starters come back in for the Jazz, and the Knicks can't keep up with the Utah Jazz starters, folks. They can't do it. They can't do it. 61 first half points for the Utah Jazz, man. Running the Knicks off the court. Mark said, hey guys, let's play out of our minds and beat the Knicks. Every terrible team in the NBA. Any team can beat any team in the NBA if you don't take them seriously enough. Knicks did not come out with the right mindset. Getting smacked right now. J3 said, I am sorry, there's an embarrassment right now. It is an embarrassment. It is an embarrassment. Alyssa Lester said Cleveland lost. We can look around the league. Got 3:17 to go here in the first half. We can go around the league. A couple of games have wrapped up, or just the one? Oh, no games have wrapped up yet, but there's 20 seconds to go. I guess Magic have the ball. They call the full timeout. They're up by 2. Game not done yet. Game is not done yet. Judge Dad said 14 for 18, if not perfect. But they have been wide open from 3. They put their 3-point shooting up on the board here. 5 for 6 for Sensabaugh, 2 for 3 for Bailey, 2 for 2 for Love, 1 for 1 for George, and 1 for 3 for Harkless. So, there you go. There you go. Nick Yak said, we can't stop the threes. They're not rotating at all tonight. They're making one rotation, and that's it. The rotations die after that. They die after that. And they're getting wide open threes as a result of just simply moving the ball, making one more extra pass. Young On said, just an embarrassing team the Knicks are. I think they're all right, brother. I wasn't too embarrassed the other night when we blew the Spurs out, or when we blew the Nuggets out. I wasn't embarrassed for those games. Towns fires up a 3, knocks it down. Karl Anthony Towns' 3-point shooting coming back around is a beautiful sight to see. I love that. I love that. It's back to 9. It's back to 9. Towns has how many points now? 16, 17, 15. 15. They hand it off to Bailey. Cross-court pass to George. Up top to Filipowski. Driving to his left on Towns. Leaves it off inside the Sensabaugh. Tries to kick it out to Williams, and it goes out of bounds. One too many passes from the Utah Jazz there. 40 Scope said, those wins don't matter right now. Absolutely, 40 Scope, absolutely. I'm just trying to remind people that this is not the New York Knicks. This is whatever bum team they decided to be tonight. Brunson draws a foul, but he passed it at the last second. So it's a side out of bounds situation instead of 2 free throws. 2:30 to go. Bruce Fowler said 25 games on the 500. They are indeed. They are indeed. AB said 14 for 18 from 3 for Utah. Same problem from last year. That means it's a player problem. Mike Brown will be the second coach of this team gets fired. Players got to be moved during the summer. Hit the likes. They are a top 10 defensive team. I will not be changing my opinion on the Knicks after tonight's performance against the Utah Jazz. Beautiful pass. Who was that? From Sensible, I believe, who's just out there hooping on him, man. Hooping on him. Bryce Sensible with a gorgeous pass, splitting Karl-Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby there. Filipowski didn't miss the layup, but they called the foul on OG. New Lord said, play Sohan at this point. Sohan's not helping nothing, brother. It's not helping nothing. But it can't hurt. It can't hurt. I mean, nothing's working. So, AB said they got no pride. Can't argue with that. I'd love to push back on it, but you can't. You can't. Look, the Knicks will still win this basketball game. They will win this basketball game. But nobody's going to walk away from this one happy. So, and very, very fitting. Very, can't blame you. Can't blame, because I won't walk away from this one happy. Jason C. said the Cavs won. I don't think that they were down 2 the last time we checked it with 20 seconds to go. Cody Williams fouls Brunson as he's going to the rim. Yeah, it looks like the Cavs are going to lose. It is 125, 122, now 126, 122. Yeah, so the Cavs are going to lose. There's 8 seconds to go. Cavs will lose to Orlando tonight. Explain the Jazz. New Lord said the Jazz are the Celtics tonight. They can't miss from 3. The Knicks are in the bonus. The Jazz are also in the bonus. So Brunson at the foul line for 2 free throws after the foul on Cody Williams. He knocks it down. I missed a 2-point basket previously. I missed a couple of 2-point baskets here. It is 55-63. My apologies. Ronald, what's up, Ronald? S2 Mar, what's up, S2 Mar? 40 Scope said, thanks for this. I'm trying to keep the positivity alive. But again, the negativity is definitely deserved after their performance so far in the first half. So let it fly. Vent the frustrations, and I'm going to try and bring the positive side to it so we don't lose our minds. Bridges gets it over to Brunson. Brunson throws up the floater, comes up short. Brunson's shot making has just not been at the level that he has been his entire Knicks career. He's been in a bad slump. Don't love to see that. Keontae George has it up top. Brunson switched on to him. 1:30 to go here. Keontae George sees a double team. They get it into Cody Williams. They swing it out. Kevin Love pump fakes now, puts up the 3 over Towns, comes up short. Brunson knocks the rebound out of the air. Then he picks it up. Comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. Has it on the left wing. Brunson coming to his right. Dancing with it against Bailey in the paint. Throws up the floater. Comes up short. Just not knocking down the shots he normally knocks down. Keontae George kicks it over to Sensible. Another 3. Misses that one. Knicks catch a break. Could have been 6 threes in the first half. Anunoby bringing it down. He has it up top. Anunoby gets it over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Bailey. Why are we running offense? Just give it back to Towns. Anunoby down the lane. Kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges steps behind the 3-point line for a 3. He misses it. Why are we running any offense for anybody when the rookie wing, Ace Bailey, who's 6'7", is guarding Karl-Anthony Towns, your all-NBA center, who's having a very good offensive night? Just give it back to Towns and let him cook. Why are we running offense? Screw the offense. Give it to your player. Keontae George misses the step-back 3. Bridges chases down the rebound. They try to lob it down low to Towns. Keontae George, a great effort play, skies and knocks it out of the air. Bad pass from Knicks. And then the other way, Ace Bailey slices down the lane for the scoop layup with the right hand. And it is back to 9 with 20 seconds to go. AB said Brunson has had a drop this year. I think his first half of the season was spectacular. I thought his shot making was just as good as it's ever been, if not even better, especially from 3. And since post-All-Star break, he has not been as good. Bridges misses yet another 3, and that will end the first half. 9-point deficit. The Utah Jazz put up 65 first-half points against the New York Knicks. This will definitely drop their defensive rating for sure. All right, let's start our halftime show. We're going to start, as we always start, shouting out our halftime sponsor, our guys over at Get Off My Lawn Records. They are the Jazz Destroyers. Go ahead, check them out on YouTube. Check out Get Off My Lawn Records on the YouTube. Check out the Jazz Destroyers as well on YouTube. You can also go to getoffmylawnrecords.com if you would like to look into making music. They definitely work with a ton of different artists. So you could hit them up and see if they would be interested, if you would be interested, if it's a good partnership. Check out Get Off My Lawn Records. You could also sign up for their mailing list to see when they release new music, whether it's from themselves or from the many artists they make music with, they put out music for. So go ahead, check them out. Jazz Stories are great. They were also very generous to give us a discount code over at bandcamp.com. Go to bandcamp.com, use the discount code Sheffy for 20% off store-wide. So shout out our guys over at Get Off My Lawn Records. All right, let's talk about the disappointment. Mark said offense goes flat when JB's in the game lately. Let's be completely honest. It's a very fair criticism, very fair. I think part of it also is just the lack of shot making. You know, like if he knocks down the shots he's normally knocking down, not really having this conversation. But unfortunately, he is not knocking down those shots. I mean, he's 1 for 8 tonight, right? Like, this is very un-Brunson-like, but it has been very Brunson-like these past couple of weeks. I don't know how to explain it. Is he dealing with something? Does he need a couple of games off? It sucks because this was Karl-Anthony Towns to start the year. This is how Towns was playing to start the year. He was absolutely mired in confusion as to how he was supposed to get his offense off. And it seems like we figured out Karl-Anthony Towns. He's 5 for 9 from the field tonight. He's knocking down his threes. He's 3 for 5. He scored 15 points. He's got 5 boards, 3 assists. He's involved. The ball is moving through him. And Jalen Brunson now seems to be confused as to where he's supposed to be on the court and what his role is and where his offense is supposed to come. I will argue also, but also we argued this for Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns was getting wide open looks, and he wasn't knocking any of them down. Brunson's not getting the same quality of looks he always has gotten wearing a Knicks uniform, and the shots are not going down right now for him. It is truly a baffling season between Brunson and Towns, where it doesn't seem like we can get both of these guys going at the same time. And the rare occasion this season where we have gotten them going at the same time, like the last game against the Clippers, nobody else showed up. So this team is just wildly inconsistent to watch on a night-to-night basis because who knows who you're going to get. Mikal Bridges still struggling, 1 for 5 from the field, 1 for 4 from threes on pretty decent looks. Sham at 2 points in 14 minutes. You barely notice him out there. Diawara, you notice very much. He's taking 8 shots. Shout out Mo Diawara. He's taking the second most shots on this team. That's why I love this guy. Not bashful, not worried, not going to take criticism, or not that he's not going to take criticism, not going to be deterred by criticism he may or may not get. He's like, I'm out here. I'm a basketball player. I'm going to get my shots up, right? 40 Scope said we got fleeced. Brother, we got fleeced the moment the trade went through. We knew this. But if it results in a championship, then nobody will care, right? So that has been the goal since the trade was made. Lionel Mona said, make Cat the focus of our offense. I mean, he has been the focus of the offense. He has been. Especially these last couple of games. Mark said, this offseason is going to be wild. It completely depends on how the playoffs go. If the Knicks make the NBA Finals, they will not blow up this team. They will make moves. They will look to improve the team, as always, as every team does and every team should. But if they get bounced in, I don't think they go bounced in the first round. I think that's highly unlikely to happen. But if they get bounced in the second round, which is a possibility, because you're going to end up playing either Boston or Detroit in that second round, or maybe a surprise team if one of those teams gets knocked off in the first round. But even if you make it to the conference finals and they don't make it to an NBA Finals, roster changes, heavy roster changes could still take place, even if you make it to a conference finals. It could still happen. Eric O'Malley, appreciate you, Eric. Hope you're enjoying the show tonight. Lewis said, I don't want to believe that the Knicks will lose this game. I don't think they will, Lewis. I don't think they will. New Lord said, trade Brunson for Giannis. This organization will not trade Jalen Brunson for anything. You could offer them Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and they will not trade Jalen Brunson. They are either winning with Jalen Brunson or they're going down with the ship, which I respect. 40 Scope said, I see them as just relevant for ticket sales, not a chip contender. I mean, I disagree. These were not the sentiments being shared in chat when they were blowing out the Spurs or the Nuggets or in a really tough competitive game against the Thunder. You know, we were all like, oh, yep, here we go. They're going to have their chances in the playoffs. Nothing about this West Coast road trip, nothing about these last couple of games. Honestly, nothing about the Spurs game or the Nuggets game has changed the way I view this team. I've been very consistent with how I view this team. They are a dark horse championship contending team. And what do I mean by dark horse championship contending team? It means they're going to need a hefty amount of luck in order to win a championship. And what is every team, whenever they win a championship, there's a varying amount of luck on their side, but luck nonetheless for every single championship team. So if the Knicks are going to win a championship this year, they're going to need injury luck to be on their side in terms of their players staying healthy throughout the playoffs. They are going to need shooting variance luck in terms of teams missing shots and they having hot nights where they hit shots. They will need matchup luck in terms of who they match up with come playoff time, whether it's throughout the Eastern Conference playoffs or if they do end up making it to the finals, who they match up with in the finals. They can win the championship, but it will not be without its multitude of lucky areas. Mr. Lee said, I've always maintained the ball moved better without Brunson. He should be playing off ball, but that's not what he's doing tonight. I think he's played off ball a fair amount. I disagree. He's going to have moments where he's on ball and he's going to have moments where he's off ball. He's not going to entirely play off ball, right? Like Steph Curry is possibly the greatest off ball player in NBA history. Where there are times where he brings the ball down and the ball is in his hands and he's dictating the offense because he's Steph frickin' Curry, right? And so Brunson, yes, maybe needs to play a little bit more off ball, sure. we could quibble about the amount of times he's off ball and the amount of times he's on ball, but he's not going to entirely play off ball. He is not a role player. He is still a superstar level player. He is in a bad funk right now. This is the worst funk we've seen Jalen Brunson in. But I am not concerned one bit about Jalen Brunson's offense. The last guy on this team I will be concerned about offense is Jalen Brunson. He will be fine, especially come playoff time. Nick Yak said, nobody in the East has a better chance than us. That's an interesting way of putting it, Yak. I tend to agree that nobody has a better chance than the Knicks. But they, if anything, if you feel that way, if anything, teams have a similar chance, if not a same chance as the Knicks. Like the Celtics or the Pistons or whatever, and you can feel however you want to feel about them. But I wouldn't put the Knicks ahead of those teams. I'd put them on the same level. Forty Scope, hit the like button. Appreciate you, 40 Scope. Appreciate you. If you guys are enjoying the show so far tonight, hit the like button. At least for what's been so far a miserable Knicks night. Again, vent your frustrations. Let them out. You're definitely entitled to these feelings. This team they deserve it. They deserve all the critiques and all of the doubts right now. I'm just going to push back because somebody needs to be a positive guy in the room, right? But let them out. Let your frustrations out. Absolutely. Let them out in the chat. Absolutely. Dave said, I saw a mock trade that involved 3 teams to get Giannis to New York, but we lose Cat, McBride, and 2 draft picks to make the numbers work. Yeah, that's what it's going to entail. And honestly, it's probably going to entail more than just McBride. Because, it's a 3-team trade, so I don't know the inner workings of that trade specifically. But you always had to think of the other side of like, okay, what is Milwaukee getting? What is the incentive for moving off of Giannis? The only way Giannis gets traded is if he goes to the Milwaukee front ownership and their front office and he goes, okay, trade me. It's time to trade me. And he goes to the media and he says, okay, I'm ready to be traded, right? And if that scenario happens, the only way he gets traded to the Knicks, because other teams have better packages, is if he also goes to the media and the front office and he says, New York or nowhere, which I highly doubt is going to happen at this point, because if he did want that to happen, he should have done it already. But it's not out of the realm of possibility that it could indeed happen. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? The only mistake the Knicks made was trading Devo. How you trade a guy that broke the 3-point record for a certified scrub? They traded him for Karl Anthony Towns, who's been absolutely spectacular here tonight. Has been spectacular for a while. That's who they traded him for. They traded for Mikal Bridges because they knew they were going to have to include Dante DiVincenzo in the Towns trade. But yeah, let's not mix up our trades. They didn't trade him for Bridges. they traded 5 first-round picks for Bridges, which is also obviously very bad. AB said, enjoying the show, not the game. I get it. I'm not enjoying the game either. Usually I'm full of energy. I'm ready to go. But it's not a good basketball game. It is a disappointing showing for our New York Knicks. It is a frustrating showing for our New York Knicks because obviously we know they're better than this. Even if you don't think they're a championship contending team, they're better than this. 65 first half points for the Jazz. AB said McHale has to be in any deal. Yeah, I mean, if there's any of the major rotation guys on the team that I wouldn't be terribly upset to see go, Mikal Bridges is at the top of the list. He's up there. Allen said, put 100 on it. 100 on what? Just took Brunson for 50? Good luck with that. That is not happening. He's 1 for 8 from the field. He's got 10 points in the first half. He'd have to score 40 points in the second half. And I don't think that's going to happen. Jose said, bro, they took Brunson's 2 assists. Did they take his 2 assists? He's got 10, 2, and 2 here. So we did not look at the team stats or anything like that. We went around the league a little bit. We were venting and ranting about our Knicks, which is a very valid feeling to have. The Knicks are winning the possession battle, 48-43. They are getting absolutely trounced in the three-point shooting battle here tonight. 14 for 21 for the Jazz for 67% from the field. They've hit 14 first-half threes. They are on pace for obviously well over 20, for 28 technically because they're at halftime here. But 28 is an NBA record. Like, they're on pace for the NBA record right now. And it's a 9-point game, right? So if we want to be super upset and sure, we could be super upset, but find some light at the end of the tunnel, they hit 14 first-half threes, which is an anomalistic result, and they're only up by 9 points. So the Knicks are going to win this game, but nobody will feel good about the win. No one will feel good about it. Young On said no one wants Josh Hart? There are a bunch of teams that want Josh Hart. Maybe not every team, but there are a bunch of teams. Bernard Johnson. What's up, Bernard? How are you doing? I'm good. Other than the Knicks on this losing streak, I'm good. That's a good point, Bernard, too. They are on a 2-game losing streak after 2 miserable performances against the LA teams. And you come out tonight and you put forth this effort and this showing. So, Faiz Lauda? What's up, Faiz? Who's winning realistically? The Knicks. Realistically, the Knicks are winning, but it's not out of the realm possibility that the Jazz could win it. Juvo Ham, what's up, Juvo? So Knicks come back, let me know. Yeah, the Utah Jazz are tanking. The Knicks are not. The Jazz will likely find a way to lose this basketball game. That is what they do. But it's not a realm of possibility that the Knicks play so poorly here in the second half and the three-point shooting doesn't slow down from the Jazz, then the Knicks just get smoked and ran out of the gym anyway. So, Christian Blaze said Celtics dropped 29 threes on the Knicks a couple years ago. They did last year. Last year, opening night. Not a couple of years ago. I think it was last year. Am I wrong? Am I mistaken on that one? Bruce said, who's talking in the locker room at halftime? Karl Anthony Towns, to me, is the only guy who has, has a loud enough voice who could talk. Because Brunson's struggling. Bridges struggling. Anunoby's got 7 points. He's 3-4 from the field, but he's been quiet tonight. Haven't felt him at all defensively. Towns is the only guy hooping, so he should be the loudest voice in the locker room. Brunson will have his voice be heard as well because he's the captain. Mike Brown and the coaching staff should obviously be the louder voices, be the voices talking the most because this has been a pathetic showing from the players. Ra, what's up, Ra? They play with no pride, especially Bridges. If he's struggling offensively, why not channel the energy defending since that's his expertise? I think he did do that. The last 2 games in LA, he got absolutely trounced for by Knicks fans, and rightfully so. Like, those are despicable offensive outings. I thought he was solid defensively in both of those games. I thought he was really good, Ra, defensively in both of those games, despite the fact that he ended 2 games with 7 points. 0 points in the Lakers game, 7 points in the Clippers game. But I thought he was really solid defensively in both of those games. But they didn't get him to just be solid defensively, or even good defensively, or even great defensively. They got him to be a two-way player, and he has not been that. He has not been that at any point here with the Knicks. He has not been a two-way player. If he's playing well defensively, he's probably struggling offensively. He's playing well offensively, he's probably struggling defensively. And we start the second half. Keontae George goes to the rim, gets the layup to go over Shamet. Shamet has done absolutely nothing here tonight. Hasn't knocked down threes, hasn't defended the point of attack very well at all. I would put Mikal Bridges on Keontae George. Shamet is struggling in that matchup. Brunson a pocket pass inside to Towns. Towns drops it off to Mikal Bridges, who knocks down the reverse layup. Nice ball movement from the Knicks. But they're not going to get back in this just playing well offensively. They got to find a way to stop the Jazz from scoring, which is a crazy sentence to say here in 2026 in March basketball. Sends the ball dancing with it against Bridges. Stops, turns, got nowhere to go. Great defense from Bridges. And Anunoby knocks the pass. Oh, that was Bailey. And then he tried to pass it over to Senzabal. Senzabal and Bailey look too similar from far away. Too similar from far away. We have 11 minutes to go here. We're already a minute to the game. There's some confusion about what the call actually is. Judge that said, Cat has 15, 5, and 4. He's hooping. He's hooping. Guy Villano. What's up, Guy? Sensabal's got to heave it up at the left wing with the buzzer winding down. Can't get it to go, but Filipowski under the rim gets fouled by Mikal Bridges after he picked up the offensive rebound. He's going to the foul line for 2. One of those nights. One of those nights. Deja plays. What's up, Deja? Deja said, messing up my parlay. They're messing up everything tonight. They're messing up everything tonight, even if you don't have a parlay. I mean, this team, my goodness. My goodness. Not sponsored, but I'm to the point right now. I'm going to eat some candy. That's where I'm at right now. Deja. Gotcha, Deja. Feel free to correct me if I ever mispronounce it again, but I'll commit it to memory. Filipowski splits his free throws. It is a 10-point game. Brunson up top, crossing over to his left, crossing over to his right, dancing with the ball, pulls it back out, dancing with it again, coming to his right, step back, fall away 2. Not a good possession. Too much isolation from Brunson there. But he knocks down the step back jumper. That is the Brunson that we know. Even if he does tend to isolate a little bit too much, he's still going to get you buckets. Sends the ball down the lane, throws up a floater, gets fouled by OG Anunoby. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. OG Anunoby struggling to keep sends the ball away from the basket right now is not what you want to see. The speaker says, what's up, speaker? Knicks on the no-bet list for sure. They should have been on the no-bets list for a while, brother. Suns Gen, what's up, Suns Gen? They're the most inconsistent good team in the NBA. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Guys had been eating candy for many seasons. Lance Napier, what's up, Lance? We need Mark Jackson? Yeah, what's Mark Jackson doing right now? Oh, that's right. That's right. There is a reason. Boo, what's up, Boo? Where's the power of friendship? Power of friendship incomplete today with no Josh Hart. No Josh Hart, no power of friendship. They left Josh Hart back in LA. My guy was too hungover off the birthday celebrations. Sends the ball, knocks down both of his free throws. It is back to a 10-point game, 70-60. Bridges bringing it down. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson up top. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges over to Anunoby. Anunoby kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing. He's open for the 3. He knocks it down. Okay. Justin, what's up, Justin? Justin Rule. Will Anunoby score 7 more? Maybe. They get over to Senzabal, pump fake, crosses over to his right, spins to his left, down the lane, throws up the floater, comes up short, fight for the rebound, knocked out of the air, sends the ball behind the back pass to Cody Williams under the rim. And Senzabal is just having fun out there. He's throwing behind the back passes off of an offensive rebound between two defenders for a dunk. Brunson and Towns going to run a two-man game. Coming to his left, pocket pass to Towns, rolling down the middle of the lane. Gets the layup to go. Towns looking for a foul call too. He deserves it. Doesn't get it though. Gets the layup. Hit ahead to Filipowski. Gets the layup to go. The Knicks don't get back on defense. Brunson, the lone man back there, guarding the rim. Where's everybody else? Who knows? Brunson up top, coming to his left to get over to Anunoby. Anunoby will just fire the left wing three. Well contested. Didn't matter. He knocks it down. It is a 6-point game. Anunoby up to 10. Towns up to 17. Brunson up to 15. Filipowski hits Keontae George, cutting to the rim. Gets the layup to go over Bridges. Again, Knicks getting beat back door. Too much standing around. Flat-footed for the Knicks defense. They get it over to Bridges, going to the rim. Leans in for contact. Doesn't get the foul call. Filipowski with the rebound. Filipowski up top, attacking Towns. Goes right through his chest. Layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound to him. He goes back up. Gets the ball ripped out of his hands. Is it a jump ball or is it a foul? The world may never know. The ref's not indicating whether it's a jump ball or a foul. Okay, we'll just ride with it. 40 Scope said no stops, freeway. I mean, they get no stops whatsoever. 40 Scope. It is a jump ball. It is a jump ball. Mark, get a dang stop, man. No stops. No stops. Boom pasted. I don't know, Sheffy. I'm just trusting whatever you're saying. I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying to be hyped and excited for Knicks offense right now. As the Knicks lose the tip, ball battered around, the Jazz end up with it. They get it over to Senzabal, left corner three, wide open, knocks it down, and turns to the Knicks bench and says something. Oh, that's Ace Bailey. Jeez Louise. They look too similar, and their jump shots are a little similar as well. Ace Bailey knocks down the corner three. It's back up to 9. Knicks not getting any stops. Towns gets the ball knocked out of his hands, but a foul is called. A late foul, but a foul indeed. 8:12 to go. Just that said, this weather's been wild. It's like 85 degrees in D.C. We're at the point of the game where we're going to start talking about weather. The Flea said, Ace talking nonsense? He got something to say to the Knicks bench after they knocked down the three. Who knows? Maybe the Knicks bench started it. Either way, when you were up by 11 and you just knock down a three, say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. B. Peter Friend. What's up, Peter? Over this team, someone should be fired for this game? Nah, you don't overreact off of the one game. But you can definitely run your frustrations and annoyance about it. But you don't overreact off the one game. I mean, nobody got promotions after the Denver and San Antonio blowouts. So nobody's going to get fired over the Utah loss. If they end up losing. Eric C said, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. And no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. And the Fleas with a very generous super chat. He said, book club time? It's 11. Now it's a 10-point game after Anunoby knocks down a free throw. He's got one more coming. Not yet. If you want to know, though, I started reading Game of Thrones. I never watched the show. I'm reading Game of Thrones. Boo said, Sheffy the meteorologist. We about to bring up the weather app. We're this close to doing it. We'll see how bad this game gets. Sends the ball wide open from the right corner from 3, knocks it down. That's Bailey again. I keep confusing Bailey and sends the ball. I apologize. Bailey knocks down the right corner 3 wide open. Actually, they call it a long 2. They say his toe was on the line. But just terrible defense from the Knicks. Just incapable of stopping this Jazz team. Brunson gets fouled going to the rim for a floater. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Brunson's been getting calls all night. Got 2 free throws coming. Okay. Mark said, so it's supposed to snow tomorrow? It was 80 degrees today. Yeah, I don't think it's going to snow. I did see rain on my forecast. Obviously, we're all in, slightly different parts of the Northeast here, but George Jones said the books are great. Yeah, I just started it. I'm only about 50 pages in. I will say, and I never watched the show. So the only things I know are the things that have popped up in pop culture. So I know some of the characters' names and some of the character relationships, but outside of that, don't know much. And the book opens up and they throw a bunch of names at you. So I'm definitely sitting there and just looking at some family tree things just to make sure I'm putting the pieces together. Non-spoiler family trees I'm looking up. Brunson knocks down both of his free throws. Anunoby also knocked down his other free throw as well. So it's 72-81. It's a 9-point game. Mid-range jumper for Keontae George. He gets it to go. Suns Gen. What's up, Suns Gen? It's a bad one. This is a bad one. Brunson coming to his left. Mid-range pull-up jumper. He gets it to go. Brunson wants to start heating up. That'd be nice. They get over to Filipowski. Pushing the pace. Leaves it off for George. George coming to his right. Mid-range jumper. He can't get it to go, but gets fouled by Bridges. Bridges is saying he kicked his foot out. He wants the offensive foul on the foot kick. Young On said, Book's much better. I've heard this. I have indeed heard this. Like I said, only 50 pages in, but I'll tell you this. I'm in. I'm hooked. I get it. I get the hype. It is definitely worthy of the hype. I'm in, and I'm only 50 pages in, right? Mike Brown going to use another challenge here. 40 Scope said, what about Bridges' defense now? I mean, nobody's playing good defense. Nobody's getting stops, right? Anunoby, who's an all-NBA defender, bad defense tonight. Towns, who I think has been spectacular defensively this season, bad defense. Bridges, who I thought had been good defensively the last two games, despite the offense not being there, bad defensively. Shamet has been invisible defensively. Brunson, not good defensively either. It's been that kind of night where it's like, okay. Mark said he kicked. Hopefully they call it that way then. I didn't even check the replay out before they went to commercial break there. Tammy, book so much better than the show, but it's nice to put a face to a name when watching the show. So this is what I think I'm gonna do, Tammy. So I read, like I said, about 50 pages in. It's like, I don't know, 5-ish chapters or so. About 5 chapters, like 10 pages of chapters. About five chapters or so. I'm definitely gonna take my time with it. Don't have a ton of time to read. I like reading at night, but with the West Coast games, I haven't been able to read the last couple of days. I read a chapter last night. This is what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing, Tammy. I'll read, maybe 100 pages at a time, and then I'll go watch an episode and see how they kind of did it, right? I do know the show changes as it goes on, changes some sort of things from the book, leaves some stuff out, whatever. Which is why I want to read the book first. But, so I was about 50 pages in, and I was going to bed, but I wasn't tired. I was physically tired, but I was physically tired, but not mentally tired. So what I did was I threw on the first Game of Thrones episode, and I said, all right, let me put some faces to names, right? And let me see how they played it out in the show, and I want to see how faithful the start of Game of Thrones was to the start of the book, and it was very faithful. It was actually extremely faithful. Start of the show is exactly how the book starts, from the prologue and everything. So I was happy to see that, but I could only get about 30 minutes in. So if you were ever interested, the episode 1 covers about the first 50 pages of the book. That's about as far as I got. Eric C said, I really, really like The Hungry Caterpillar. It's a classic. It's a classic. Zaya Min, what's up, Zaya? Who will win? Hopefully the Knicks. Tammy said, no, read it all, then watch. I'm definitely not going to go any further than the books. And if I see something that I don't know what's going on, I'm going to pause it. But I'm going to watch a little bit of the show as I'm completing the books. I'm not going to try to keep pace. The books will remain ahead. But I also just kind of want to put faces to names too, Tammy. So as I'm reading it, I could also get a better visualization versus making a character's appearance based off of the descriptions. I will say that, how do I want to phrase this? The book is obviously better. It's more descriptive. There's more. Brunson, wide open right wing 3. He knocks it down. All right. 6-point game. They have not been closer than 6. I will mostly read the book. And I will read all the books before I fully finish the television show. But I do want to put faces to name. And also see some of the character interactions. Keontae George knocks down a floater. George starting to get off now. Starting to get open. Starting to knock down his shots. Attacking the rim effectively. He's got 12 points. Brunson has it up top. Brunson up to 22 points himself. He's 5 for 12. He's waking up here in the second half. They get over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Filipowski. Towns coming to his left. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges gets it over to Towns. Towns gets a screen from Brunson. They show a double team. They get over to Brunson, over to Bridges, over to Anunoby. Anunoby pump fakes, puts it up at the shot clock winding down. He doesn't get it off in time. Knicks just not fast enough. AB said, buzzer beater, this team sucks. Get it all out. Get it all out. Jet fan said, Shaman needs to sit for Diawara. I'm with you, Jet fan. I'm with you. Play Mo Diawara the whole second half. Get my guy Mo out there. I'll tell you who's not going to not want to look for their own shot. My guy Mo. My guy will let it fly. Shaman, I don't know what he's doing tonight. Defense has not been very good. Offense has been invisible. He's been invisible in the starting lineup today. George down the lane, kicks out to Filipowski for a three. He can't get it to go. A long rebound, sends the ball, saves it. In the Filipowski, you can't hold on to it. Anunoby over to Brunson, home run pass to Towns. Towns down the lane for the one-handed slam. We love to see that. We love to see that. Back to 6 it goes. A timeout for the Jazz. Timeout for the Jazz. We have 5:47 to go. Oh, someone going to the locker room. Who's that? Somebody pulled up with the hamstring. Who just pulled up with that hamstring? MEM said, bring TK in, move the ball, Wizard. They're not really struggling with offense. They have 79 points halfway through the third quarter here. The offense is not the issue. They are not stopping the Utah Jazz, who have 85 points halfway through the third quarter here. So, if anything, it's so on, not Kolek. Buzzer Beater said, let me guess, we are not guarding the three. They're not guarding anything, Buzzer Beater. If the Jazz want a floater, they're getting a floater. If the Jazz want a three, they're getting a three. 40 Scope said, Jazz coach is doing a great job. He wants to win. Does he? Does he want to win? Or does he really like his paycheck and will do whatever the front office tells him to? Which is to lose basketball games this season. As it's been the past however many seasons, Will Hardy has been there as their coach. It is one of those nights where even when the Knicks, and yes, when the Knicks walk out with the victory, it will still be disappointing. It will still be a disappointing night. Christian Blade said there are a few websites that compares the book page counts to episodes. I won't say which site, which season, but it does get inaccurate for a while. After a while, like deep into the show, right? Like 6, like season 6, 7, 8, around there. No. Either way, I'm gonna have a good time reading the books. So as you can see, guys, there's a storm coming in from this side, coming east, gonna come across the Atlantic, right? But it's gotta pass through Jersey and New York first, so we gonna get a little storm coming our way. This is the point of the night we're in. Just that's that many seasons? I'm asking. I'm just asking. I don't know. I haven't watched the show. 40 Scope said first round exit for sure. I wouldn't go that far. Well, we'll see who they match up with in the first round. We were at the point, y'all. We were at this point, right? So we could see there's a cold front coming in from the West Coast, blowing past. It's making its way up, so it might pass over you depending on which area you're in Jersey. It looks like it's definitely gonna go ahead and strike New York. So depending where you're at, you might get hit with either a snowstorm or weather storm. I mean, weather is far more interesting what's going on with this Knicks game tonight as Ace Bailey comes out of the timeout and knocks down a three. It's that kind of night. 79 to 88 after that three. Brunson has it up top, driving to his left on Garcia. Can't get the floater to go, knocked out of bounds off of Brunson. It's going to go back to the Jazz. Nobody else touched the ball in that possession from Jalen Brunson. Terrible possession. I absolutely despise the no-pass possessions. Absolutely despise them. A pull-up three for Bailey. Can't get it to go. Brunson the rebound. 5 minutes to go, y'all. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Brunson up top, in and out dribble, pulls it out, coming to his right off the Robinson screen, over to Diawara, over to Clarkson. Clarkson back up top to Diawara, over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right, picked up by Harkless. Brunson dancing with it. Crosses over behind the back. Sees the double team. Kicks it out to Diawara. Diawara left corner 3. Diawara misses it. Robinson the rebound. Inside to Clarkson. Out to Diawara. Wide open left corner 3 now. Still can't get it to go. Clarkson and Robinson battling for the rebound. Diawara picks it up out to Bridges. Bridges walks into a mid-range pull-up jumper. He misses it. Robinson battling for the rebound. Clarkson picks it up. Isaiah Collier beats the Knicks to the ball. He's going to go the other way for the easy layup as he smokes it. He misses it. Comes up short. Brunson over to Clarkson. Clarkson pump fakes. Inside pass to Robinson. Robinson kicks it out as he gets double teamed. Over to Bridges. Wide open right corner 3. He misses it. Robinson another rebound. Robinson inside to Clarkson. Clarkson the layup gets it to go. My goodness. My goodness. Judge that to the Mormo misses. Misses Diawara. New name. Yep. 88-81. Under 4 to go. Not a good night at all. Pull-up jumper from Ace Bailey. Can't get it to go. Garcia knocks the rebound out to Collier. Collier coming to his left. Robinson picks him up. Collier's going to pull it out then and direct some traffic. He's going to look to isolate against Robinson. Stop, turn, half spin, spin. Pump fake, leans in. Puts up the floater. Gets it to go. Also wanted the foul call on Robinson. He didn't get it, but he got the shot to go down. Nadios. What's up, Nadios? The Jazz can be pretty surprising sometimes. I was going to say Markkanen is a monster, but then I realized he's not playing today. No Markkanen, no Jaren Jackson Jr. Clarkson gets the putback layup off the missed Brunson 3. No Markkanen, no Jaren Jackson Jr., no Nurkic, no Walker Kessler, missing almost their entire front court. The 7-point game. Harkless, left corner 3, can't get it to go. Look, it's a 7-point game, and the Knicks have played absolutely disgusting ball. That is how bad the Utah Jazz are. Clarkson misses a layup in the paint, kicks it out to Mo Diawara, wide open right wing 3. Mo got it to go. It's a 4-point game. I feel like this is as close as they've been this second half, and I'm pretty sure it is. I think the previous closest they've been has been 4. AB said Mo is a second-round rookie, can't expect much from him. I mean, you can expect more from him. Expectations change as the season goes. Ken Neo, what's up, Ken? New York Knicks got to play some defense. Yeah, that would help. Playing some defense would help. Sardine, what's up, Sardine? Jazz not trying anymore? The Jazz are still trying. It's just, they shot like 60-something% from three-point range in the first half. Not shooting it nearly as well in the second half here, which, was to be expected. They did 14 threes in the first half. They were going to hit less than that. Mark said Mo's face after that 3 was all our faces. Yeah, it was a face of like, finally, little relief, little annoyance. But, yeah, it's been that kind of night where even when things go right, we're still annoyed because it's been a annoying, frustrating night. Naughty Ghost said, got revenge yesterday? Who got revenge yesterday? Lewis, most disappointing team I've seen in years? How can they be the most disappointing team you've seen in years? The season's not over yet. How can you be disappointed? It's not done yet. Wait until the season is done to label them that. So they're going to give Harkless 2 shots. There was some debate about whether or not he would get the continuation for the layup that he ended up putting in, but they say it's after the foul, after the gather. In turn, like no continuation, he's going to get 2 free throws. Harkless knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Bozabita said Bitcoin has been more consistent. At least, I'm not gonna even get into that. I got nothing to say to that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Jeff Van said, "Can you wear your hat inside out, please?" No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. This hat doesn't really fit me, so I sewed it in the back so it would fit better. Alvarado's in the game, by the way, and an offensive foul on Jose Alvarado. Mark said that's a baseball thing. I see. Alvarado grabbed the jersey of Harkless. Harkless applying too much pressure. Give the ball up then. Give the ball up. Cody Williams attacking, kicks it in the corner to Harkless. Harkless in the lane, throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Robinson rips it away from Garcia. Over to Clarkson. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson pushing it the other way. Has it in the paint. Driving it down. Spins. Takes the contact. Puts up the floater. Gets the foul. They call a foul on the floor. So, side out of bounds for the Knicks, I believe, unless they're in the bonus. Mark said the rally cap. Oh, man. Jeff Rand said it's an orange and blue thing. Go Mets. I see. Peace to all. Said, I feel they were doing much better before the All-Stars. Yeah, they were. I mean, they had some really, really nice wins and really nice games before that. But, I mean, after the All-Star break. But still, this is tough. Lana Mona said, what's up with Kolek? You're getting Clarkson tonight. No Kolek, you get Clarkson. There's only so many guards you could play. Alvarado, though. Man. Peace to all said, I like your tie. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Gotta throw a little something funky on. I'm gonna play around with the ties, right? So Keontae George was the one who went out holding the hamstring. He was questionable to play tonight. So that's not good. So Keontae George is out and will probably be out for either a while or the remainder of the season here for the Jazz. Randy said Kyle was better than GTA. Tyler? Talking about Tyler? Kyle? Are we talking about Tyler? Tyler Kolek? Kolek. Not Kyle. Kolek, right? That's what we're talking about? Yeah, you can make that argument for sure. Absolutely. Brunson hands it off to Anunoby for a three. Got it to go for OG. It's a three-point game. It is a three-point game, y'all. They also knocked down the other free throw. It's a three-point game. 89-92. The Knicks are in the bonus for the remainder 2 minutes of this quarter here. Cody Williams has it up top. They've lost Keontae George. So they got no George, no Markkanen. Williams down the lane, loses the handle on the ball. Tries to kick it out to the corner. Alvarado gets the steal. Robinson over to Alvarado. He's going to walk into the pull-up three. Alvarado, knock me down. Can't get it to go. Clarkson battling on the glass for the rebound. Gets knocked out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Jazz. Randy said, we're going to win this game by 15, and it'll be the worst feeling 15-point win in NBA history. Anunoby blocks Ace Bailey. Brunson picks up the rebound off the block shot. Hit ahead to Clarkson. Clarkson pump fakes. And it gets Isaiah Collier to run right into him. It's going to be a foul on the floor, but still, 2 free throws for Clarkson because they're in the bonus. Mr. Lee said this will be the most annoying victory this year. Yep. Absolutely. The Knicks are just trying to out-offense the Jazz tonight. They have very little defense and actually playing defense against them. Clarkson at the foul line. Get it to a one-point game. Clarkson knocks down the first free throw. Jordan Clarkson. 13 points here tonight. 13 points. Clarkson goes 2 for 2. Cuts it to a one-point game. Randy said, thank goodness for Cat. Yeah, I mean, Anunoby's 5 for 6 from the field, so that's great. Collier has it up top, being guarded by Alvarado. Collier dancing with it, coming to his left, driving it down, bump Euro to the lane, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Robinson the rebound. Robinson gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby bringing it down. Anunoby coming to his right, pulls it out. Being guarded by Garcia, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson up top, coming to his right, sees two, inside to Anunoby, lobs it up to Robinson. Robinson, the touchback back to Anunoby, who gets fouled. Look at Mitch. Unless that was unintentional, Mitchell Robinson, with a nice little feel for the game. He had 2 people on him as he was going up to try and catch that lob, and it looked to me like he tipped it back to Anunoby. Mark said, I love how a defender can make a block on a jump shooter and completely land on top of them, but miss the block and land in their landing zone, and it's a foul. If you're talking about the Anunoby one, Anunoby got the block, and then the shooter fell forward on top of Anunoby, in my opinion. Fell forward on top of Anunoby because he got his shot blocked and he was trying to recover the ball. But I do, whenever players go to the rim for a layup and they get their legs taken out and a guy runs into them after they shoot the layup, it is always baffling to me how that's not a foul. You still took a guy out of the air. That should be a foul. Anunoby knocks down both of his free throws, and the Knicks have a lead. It's their first lead since 3-0. Their first lead since 3-0. Collier pulls it out, being guarded by Brunson. 25 seconds to go. Collier in the corner to Williams. Back up top to Collier. Collier being guarded by Brunson. Attacking to his left. Spins to his right. In the lane, throws up the floater. Got it to go for Isaiah Collier. And the Knicks will bring it down the other way. Take a lead into the fourth, Knicks. I'd appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Brunson up top. Coming to his left. Cody Williams picks him up. Brunson pulls it out. Shot clock winding down. Brunson crossing over. Pump fakes. Draws the foul. Going to the foul line for 2. And he got the shot to go down somehow, as Cody Williams fell on top of him, and he got it to go down. Brunson, no smiles, no nothing. He's upset and frustrated as anybody here tonight. He's going to go to the foul line for one more at the end of the quarter here. 1.6 on the clock. Jet fan, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Randy, you got a lot of people in the chat tonight. Crazy to have a lot of people to me in the chat for Knicks versus Jazz. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all very much. Brunson in this third quarter, by the way, 5 for 7 from the field for 14 points. This is Jalen Brunson doing Jalen Brunson things. Happy to see him back. Happy to see you back, Cap. Happy to see you back. Brunson knocks down his free throw. And it is a 2-point lead for the Knicks. A 3/4 scored heave for Bailey. Can't get it to go, and that will be the end of the third quarter. And they have your lead, folks. And I don't think they will be relinquishing it from this point forward. At least they shouldn't. And the Knicks should be able to pull off this victory here in the fourth. I told you it would happen. That does not mean that all issues are now cured. It has been an ugly, disgusting game. Just get out of here with the victory, New York. Keontae George, unfortunately, goes out with a hamstring, which is, going to help the Knicks pull off this victory. But no Keontae George, no Lauri Markkanen, no Walker Kessler, no Jaren Jackson Jr., no Yusuf Nurkic. And you have a 2-point lead in the fourth quarter. So, Layton, what's up, Layton? One more assist from Brunson. He'll probably get it. Chaos Kid, what's up, Chaos Kid? Something stinks. Tread, do you think they can win by 10? Probably. Boo said if Clarkey doesn't get more field goal attempts than Cat, he probably will. He will probably play a hefty amount in the fourth quarter at some point here. Young on said Knicks got so lucky. I don't think it's luck. I think they knew exactly how this game was going to go. I think they were annoyed and frustrated with how well the Jazz played in the first half and a little shell-shocked, not expecting them to play that well in the first half. But I knew coming in exactly how this was going to happen. The Jazz were going to be feisty. I didn't expect them to be that feisty. But I figured the Jazz were going to be feisty. And keep it somewhat competitive for the first half before absolutely getting blown out in the second half. And for the most part, that's taken place. I just wish they didn't take 18. They didn't lead by 20. An 18-point lead over the Knicks in the first half, right? But the Knicks are definitely interested in just getting out of Utah with a W here by any means necessary. Young on said, Knicks lucky Utah's not trying. Not trying now? I don't think it's a luck. I think they definitely planned on that happening. I think any team playing the Utah Jazz plans on the Utah Jazz at some point being like, all right, let's make sure we lose this game now, guys. Lose on 3. 1, 2, 3, lose. That is for sure their team motto. Team of losers. A team of losers. Feist. Faye? Is it Faye? Is it Feist? Faye? Jazz tanking. The Utah Jazz are indeed tanking. Randy said, you heard the news out of Detroit? I did not. What news out of Detroit? Jay Hammer said, no McBride, no put in Pacom. I wouldn't mind seeing some Pacom Davier. You guys know how I feel about my young guys. Love to see him get an opportunity. What happened with Detroit? All right, here we go. Back into it. Clarkson gets a tip up and in. Knicks with a 4-point lead. Clarkson up to 16 now. Filipowski gets it over to Collier. Collier being guarded by Alvarado. Alvarado starts the second along with Shamet, Towns, Anunoby, and Clarkson. They shovel it out to Collier, right corner three. Collier comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Knocked over to Shamet. Out to Alvarado. Alvarado hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson walks into the pull-up left wing three. Clarkson got us to go. And the Knicks are going to pull away now. To be expected. This was the expectation all night. It just sucks to get here with how dysfunctional and bad the first half was. Collier being guarded by Alvarado. They get it over to Senzabal. Senzabal gets fouled by Shamet. Brian Jacobs said Chauncey Billups, 2004 cheater. I mean, he didn't cheat in basketball. It's part of a legal poker ring. That's why he got arrested, brother. They get it over to Collier up top. Collier being guarded by Alvarado. Dion Hills, what's up, Dion? Towns, we need you to crash the board. Need 5 more. Get that double-double. Collier 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Garcia. Garcia falls down. Can't pick it up. Loose ball. Harkless saves it to nobody. Out of bounds. Back to the Knicks. Clarkson dancing with it against Filipowski. Down the lane. Stops. Shovels it out to Towns. Towns a straightaway 3. Towns can't get it to go. Would have went a long way. Quick 10-point lead. Would have been nice. Sends the ball, bringing it down against Alvarado. He has it up top. Sends the ball. Coming to his right. Off the Garcia screen. Alvarado sticking with him. Sends the ball to his left. Puts up the jumper. Got it to go for Senzabal. Alvarado took a hard hit. Brian Jacobs said Chevy is a Pistons fan during his off time. Not really. Not really. They get over to Towns. Towns up top, being guarded by Filipowski. Hands it off to Shamet. Shamet coming to his right. Down the lane, under the basket. Nash dribbles it around. Keeps the dribble alive. Kicks it out to Anunoby for the straightaway 3. Can't get it to go. Chasing the loose ball. Goes out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Jazz. 9:50 to go. Nadigo said All-Star will only be out for a week or two. Just a light sprain. And Duran has definitely made it clear he's the number 2 on the team. Yeah, during the 4-game losing streak, sure. 3 for Senzabal, can't get it to go. Towns the rebound. Alvarado, home run pass to Clarkson, down the lane, gets the layup. Rainy Days, what's up, Rainy Days? Will Kyle get 13 assists and rebounds combined the last quarter? Filipowski? Probably not, brother. Shoken, what's up, Shoken? Randy said, thought they said 2 months? I could look it up if there was an official thing that came out. All-Star Thompson here. Gonna look it up. He said it's gonna be a minute. God, that's so bad. Latest for All-Star Thompson. My goodness. I'm not seeing a timetable, an official timetable. Judge that said, who's the Pistons' number 2 option? They don't really have a number 2 option. I mean, the number 2 option is to give it to Jalen Duren and let him cook, which is not very good offense. Kyle Cavigan said, now everyone, like Clarkson, everyone hated him before. I don't think anybody hated him. He's just not going to remain a part of the lineup for the future, which is fine. Farm Boy TV said, JC Solid fans benched or marathon? Sure. Absolutely. Heck yeah. Darnell said, come on, cheer up, Knicks are winning. If they got to show me something. Like, I'm not going to fake it. Like, Clarkson's got 21, Towns with 19, Anunoby with 17. Cool. Throw Pacom out there, throw some Kolek out there, throw some Dadier out there. Give me something to be excited about. Like, these guys, I know what they can do. And the fact that it's taken this long for us to get to this point, to have a 7-point lead, Like, give me something, Knicks. Give me something. I can only give the energy that the Knicks are giving. And they have slowly crawled their way to a 7-point lead against the Jazz, which they should have had since the opening minutes of the game. G, nice. And if the Knicks lose, it would be embarrassing. It would indeed be embarrassing. Eric C said he can look good on the bench then. He can. Absolutely. Absolutely. And keep cheerleading for his team. That's a great role to have. I'm not even kidding. It's a great role to have. Rainey said Cat may get 5 more. Hopefully he doesn't have to. Because hopefully the Knicks just blow this one open. They start knocking down shots, getting stops, getting down running, getting easy baskets, and this one is over with before we know it. And we can pull our guys out of the game and get the young guys in. Kyle said, let's get Kolek in there. He'll cook some barbecue chicken. You will indeed. You will indeed. I was going to look up Shams. Because if there's anybody going to report on the injury, it's going to be Shams Charania. Curry's going to miss another 10 days, so he's going to miss the Knicks game in the Garden. Shams Charania has not put anything out about All-Star Thompson. So, nothing about Thompson's diagnosis is official right now. Garcia misses the reverse layup. Towns the rebound. Home run pass to Anunoby. Anunoby the two-handed slam. There we go, guys. There we go. Knicks are running them out the court. 9 minutes to go. With timers behind. I apologize for that, but this game is pretty much going to be over from this point forward, unless the Jazz surprise me. Sends the ball up top, being guarded by Clarkson. Crosses over to his right, down the lane, throws up the floater, gets it to go. Bryce sends the ball. He's having himself a heck of a night. He's up to 22 points. Justice's dad reminded people with the like button. Appreciate you, Justice's dad. I didn't see who scored that. But somebody, I think that was Anunoby with a layup. They get over to Alvarado guarding Cole here. They get it inside to Filipowski. Filipowski gets fouled by OG, I believe. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 here. We have 8:30 to go. Deion Hill, 4 more Towns, get boards. Bonita Crandon? What's up, Bonita? Let's go, Knicks. Love it. Love it. Brian Jacobs said Cat will score at least 15 more if he's not already fouled out. He's good at front running, one of the best. He's got 19 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, and 1 foul tonight. But you keep those agendas alive, Brian. You keep those agendas alive. Juzz's dad, 900 and 180 likes. Oh, rookie numbers. Appreciate you, Juzz's dad. Appreciate everybody putting in the chat. So go ahead and like the stream, y'all. If you guys are enjoying the show so far, hit that thumbs up button, like the stream. I very much appreciate it. It's by far the best thing you can do to help support the channel. We cover games Monday through the weekend. Try to cover as much basketball as possible. Filipowski knocked down both of his free throws. Sun Goku Ultra, appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for that subscription. They go over to Shamit. Shamit down the lane. Kicks it up top to Alvarado. He's going to pump fake, drive to his right. He's going to throw a lob up top to Robinson. And Robinson's going to gently guide it through the rim. Assist from Alvarado to Robinson. Gives the Knicks when did the Knicks? All right, gives the Knicks a 10-point lead, 109 to 99. Did not realize my score was that off. A foul up top, it looks like by Clarkson. Side out of bounds for the Jazz here. Daniel Dash, what's up, Daniel Dash? Deshaun Fuller, what's up, Deshaun? Do you think Bridges will get back in this game? Yeah. Yeah. Probably. We'll see. Yeah, probably. Nah. No, I don't. I think he's going to rock with this lineup until the lead, until the game is sufficiently in hand, before ultimately putting in the young guys. Harkless down the lane, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. The Knicks wanted the travel call. They did not get it. They did not get it. Abigail, what's up, Abigail? Appreciate you, Abigail. How are you doing tonight? Brian said, 1 foul, no way. I think he manifested Cat a great game tonight. Cat has not been in foul trouble since that one game he fouled out a couple of games ago. But he's not been in foul trouble post All-Star break except for that one game. But Brian Jacobs said, I promise I wasn't even trolling. I know, brother, but we stream Knicks games every single Knicks game. And when was the last time he was in foul trouble? You can't tell me because it's been a minute. It's been a minute. But again, the agendas will continue to agenda. We're here, brother. We're here. We watch the Knicks games. You don't got to agenda to me. Garcia was the one who drew the foul, not Harkless. And Garcia knocks down both free throws. Garcia's got 4 points tonight. You love to see that. Young kid making his NBA debut. Hopefully he could stick around the league. They get to Towns, they bring a double team. Out to Alvarado, they swing it over to Shamit. Shamit, pump fake, drive to his right, over to Clarkson. Clarkson, no hesitation, 3. Clarkson gets it to go down. There you go, JC. There you go, kid. There you go. Here comes Sensible, has it up top, being guarded by Shamit. Harkless dancing with it against Clarkson. Try to hit the backdoor pass to Garcia. Garcia can't handle the pass. Not a great pass, but Garcia should have been able to catch that and goes out of bounds. Brian said he fouled out one time a couple games ago. Yes. One time in like a 11-game stretch or something. And in the other games, he has not been in foul trouble at all. Robinson a lob to Towns. Look at that. Look at that. When was the last time we saw Mitchell Robinson throw a lob? We're getting everything going on tonight. Collier down the lane, can't knock down the scoop layup against Towns. Home run pass over to Alvarado. Alvarado's just going to get the easy layup. Will Hardy takes the timeout with 6:45 to go, and the Knicks have, blown this one open and ran away with it. The game has gone exactly how I told you guys it would go. Even when the Knicks were down 18, I told you guys the Jazz will find a way to give it up in the third and fourth quarters so that they end up losing, because it is in their best interest to lose basketball games. Larry, what's up, Larry? Keontae hurt? Keontae is hurt, unfortunately, Larry. He was questionable coming into tonight, and then in the second quarter, I believe, or the third quarter, early in the third quarter, he came up holding his right hamstring, or left hand, came up holding one of his hamstrings. So, Brian said, Clarkson, see, I told you, I should be the coach. We all knew Clarkson was going to end up playing today, but when the team is healthy and Josh Hart is back and Deuce McBride is back, Clarkson will go back to his very well-defined role of supporting his teammates from the bench. Farm Boy TV said, JC for 30+. He's got 24. He's got 24, and I'm sure Mike Brown, even in a blowout, is going to keep him on the court. Brian said, you just knew Clarkson was going to take over. And take over he has. Eric C said, this is not a victory, not in the traditional sense. A win is a win. No matter how annoying it is, a win is a win. It is the most annoying feeling win of all time. And it might end up being the most annoying blowout win of all time, but a win is a win. A win is a win. Avy said, about time, now hold it. They will hold it. They're up by 15 now. The game is over. It's been over since the start of the fourth quarter. The Knicks took the lead to end the third, and it's been over since then. Everybody knew it. The Jazz knew it. The players knew it. The coaching staff knew it. The fans knew it. Everybody watching at home knew it. It was only a matter of time before the Jazz were like, all right, let's make sure we lose the game, guys. Let's make sure we lose the game. And the Knicks were like, all right, let's make sure we win the game. Let's make sure we win the game. Two teams with two different goals, but by both teams accomplishing their goal, it benefits them by accomplishing their goals, right? It benefits the Jazz to lose the game, and it benefits the Knicks to win their game. So, Jack Emanuel, what's up, Jack? Cat for 2 more rebounds and a 3. Room for you, brother. Room for you. Keith, what's up, Keith? The Knicks need to stop playing like novices. We should be blowing out teams like this by 20 points. I mean, they're up by 15. They're going to end up blowing them out by 20 by the end of the night. The game has gone exactly how I told you guys it would go. And again, we don't have to feel good about this victory. But a win is a win. You also don't have to feel bad about a victory. Just take the win. No, it's a disgusting game in Utah that you knew you were going to walk out with a win with, and the Knicks did not play with the requisite amount of energy and flair and tenacity that it takes to win a basketball game against a competing team that's looking to win a basketball game. They knew all along that the Jazz were going to try and do everything in their power to win. I mean, to lose. Whereas, so the Knicks didn't have to worry about truly competing tonight. Alvarado has on the left wing, gets it up top to Shamit. Shamit pump fakes, gets it over to Clarkson, back to Shamit. It is annoying, it is frustrating, but this is also not the way the Knicks are going to play against a team that's actually trying to win a basketball game. Shamit knocks down a 3. 16-point lead. Buzzer Beater said, what's good? What's good, the Suns, Jen? What's good, Buzzer Beater? intruding myself in that conversation. Peace to all. What's up, peace to all? This may be a dumb question, but why do teams want to lose? Is it because of betting? It has nothing to do with betting, peace to all. No, it has to do with the NBA draft. So the more you lose, the more opportunity you have to win the NBA lottery and therefore have the highest pick possible in the NBA draft, which could garner you one of the better incoming young players in the league. Clarkson knocks down a 3. Jordan Clarkson on his way to a 30 ball. He's up to 27. Chino Jr., what's up, Chino? Appreciate you. Giovanni? Are you done for the day? Yes, we will be done for the day after this one. There's no other game to cover. Every other game has already started. Filipowski misses a layup, sends the ball, puts up the 3. He can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out to the Jazz. It's 122-105 after that, by the way. And then a turnaround jumper from Harkless. He can't get it to go. It's 122-105. Towns finally a rebound and then gets fouled. Mark said NBA National Betting League. Shred said, Caddy getting 5 more points? Probably not. It's the Jordan Clarkson night. You should have put money on Clarkson. Brian Jacobs said, Randall drafted by the Lakers, then went to New York. He's been all around the world. As Knicks fans, be honest, would you rather have Randall and Dante? No. I'd rather have Dante than McHale, but I'd rather have Cat. They were not going to have a center. You would have had to rely on Mitchell Robinson, who was not healthy last year. That's why they had to trade for a center, and they figured, well, might as well get the best center on the market, which was Karl Anthony Towns. So, no, I would rather not have Randall. Not at all. I'm good on Randall. We had 4 years of Julius Randle. I'm good. It's 124-105, by the way. Garcia missed the layup. It's a 19-point lead for the Knicks. Like I said, they were going to win by 20. Dark Knight said, didn't I say Knicks by 20? Kane Lawless, what's up, Kane? Will Brunson get back in? Absolutely not. OG Anunoby gets a layup in the foul. Knicks now up by 21 with Anunoby going to the foul line for one more with 4 minutes to go. Steven Smith, what's up, Steve? What did I do for you to ignore my questions? I'm sorry, Steve. There's a gajillion people in the chat, brother. I'm trying to get to everything. What was your question? Say it again. Eric C. said, don't forget Randall wasn't happy here. He was not. Sharon McLean, what's up, Sharon? Resting for 3 quarters is a great plan. If you end up up by 21 points in the fourth quarter anyway, maybe. Maybe it's a great plan. MBM, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Really do. Cody Williams up top. They swing it around. A 3 for Bailey, I believe that is. He knocks it down. Anunoby did knock down his free throw, by the way. Anunoby up to 22. Towns with 21. Brunson with 25, who's back in the game now. Get Brunson out of this game. Clarkson with 27. 4 20-point scores on a disgusting night. The Knicks were just looking to outscore Utah, knowing that Utah was going to end up wanting to lose this basketball game anyway. And they have not disappointed. Kong said, JC highest point is 47 in Utah. Yes, indeed. Sharon McLean said, always watching. Steven Smith, I got you, brother. Who did we trade to acquire Harkless for a cup of coffee? Who was that? I know this off the top of my head. That was the season before. Well, that was the season during Leon Rose. They ended the season with Mo Harkless. Who did they trade? Brunson knocks down the right corner 3. Jalen Brunson. Who did they trade for Mo Harkless? I can't remember, Steve. Who did we trade to acquire Harkless? That's not the Marcus Morris trade, is it? That's the Marcus Morris trade, isn't it? Yeah, that's the Marcus Morris trade. Yeah, they traded Marcus Morris to the Clippers. They got Mo Harkless and that first-round pick that it became Emmanuel Quickley. I got you, Steve. I got you. I got a memory like a... Who has long memories? Elephants? I got a memory like an elephant. Anunoby driving it down. The Jazz scored, by the way. Shovel it out to Clarkson. Clarkson got 27. Shot clock violation. Anunoby doing way too many pivots. Oh, they knocked down a 3. Under 3 to go. Speaking of. Neil Angelo. What's up, Neil? Can Karl-Anthony Towns get over 33.5 points, rebounds? What do you think? I bet on it. Maybe. He's got 21 and 7. He's probably going to sub out of the game now. Jeremy Sohan is in. Marcus Morris Sr. I remembered it. I just had to remember exactly what season it was. I was trying to imagine the team surrounded by Harkless and what the situation was going on. And I remembered that it was before Leon Rose took over. Or it was that season Leon Rose did take over. Brian Jacobs said, where's Deuce been? Hurt, I suppose. Yes, he had to get a sports hernia surgically removed. So there is optimism. He will come back for the last couple of regular season games, but he will probably be back for game 1 of the playoffs. Lewis said, you said by 20. I said Knicks by 25. See what it ends up with. 2:11 to go. Diawara comes in for Towns. Towns is done for the night. It is 132 to Sohan layup to 113. Dadier is going to come in as well. Dadier, give me some more buckets, brother. Give me some more buckets. So this is going to be our lineup. Dadier is going to come in for Shamit. So we're going to have Dadier, Sohan, Diawara, Clarkson, and Kolek. And the Kings are going to end their night with Filipowski, Cody Williams, Bryce Sensabaugh, Ace Bailey, and Garcia. Notice this was majority of their rotation in the second half here, and this is also their tanking rotation. Timeout for the Knicks, right? Layup for Filipowski there. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Clarkson's going to remain out there. Get that 30 ball. Clarkson, get that 30 ball. Starscream edits. What's up, Starscream? Garcia didn't even get a photo. Unintentionally funny. This is his NBA debut, Starscream. He just got called up. He just signed a 10-day contract with the Jazz. That is why he does not have a picture available. He just made his NBA debut today. Peace to all. Ellie Moose-Cobb. What's up, Ellie? What happened tonight? Just got in. Mikhail Stinker. Everyone pretty much put on a stinker for the first half. And then the Jazz tanked it out in the second half. And the Knicks slowly chipped away at what was an 18-point deficit and crawled back into it. And ultimately now blowing out the Jazz. Brian said, what will Bam score next game? He's going to get a cool 22 points. So we have 2 minutes to go here. I would like to see Mo Diawara, by the way, tonight, 4 for 11 from the field for 10 points. I respect it. I respect putting the shots up. I respect it a lot. All right, Knicks bringing it down. I would obviously run majority of my offense through Clarkson here. Kolek coming to his left. Kolek's going to stop and pop for a 3. He's going to miss it. Rebound. Goes to the Jazz. Mark said an 8 to 10 free throws. Nah, he's going to take a cool 4 free throws. He's going to take a cool 4 free throws the next night, the next time they play. For like 20, he's going to have like 22 points. And going to keep it moving. Brian Jacobs, did he play at the Bucks tomorrow? Going to be fire. I mean, Giannis is going to be out there, so he's not going for anything over. I highly doubt he gets like 30 or anything like that. Brian Jacobs said, is Giannis and Turner playing tomorrow? Probably. Sends the ball at the foul line. He knocks down a free throw. He's got another one coming. And then Clarkson will sub out. He's going to get the ovation from the crowd. The Utah crowd loves Jordan Clarkson. Peace to all said, hey, still a win. The uneasiest feeling win I think I've ever witnessed. This is a disgusting win from the Knicks, but a win is a win. A win is a win. Diawara has it up top. Kicks it out to Kolek. Kolek inside pass to Sohan. Sohan got the layup. Nice pass from Tyler Kolek. Those are the things that get people riled up about Kolek. Want to see him do that with the regular rotation, guys. Keith said, great commentary. I'm looking forward to you being invited to be seated as a sports analyst or on a leading channel in the near future. Appreciate you, brother, but I hope that's in the near future, but I don't know. I hope so. To get it out, that is the dream. That is the goal. And we'll get there. But near future, hopefully. Randy said, Cleveland and Toronto lost. Should initiate a big win. Yeah, I mean, we can take a look at it as both teams are just firing it up away. Still 134-117, as you can see. Diawara, lefty layup, misses it. Oh, come on, Mo. We'll get those to go down. As time goes on. Abigail said, does the Golden State Warriors have a chance in the playoffs? Not really. Too many injuries. No Jimmy Butler. Porzingis health situation going on. Curry's going to be coming back from this injury. Not really. I mean, they could maybe surprise a first-round matchup depending on who it is, depending on the matchup. But Mark said, why is Mo in there? Mo's still extremely raw. But I get it. He's a part of the rotation. Get him out of there, too. All right, let's go around the league a little bit. So the final score would be 134-117. Yep, we're going to dribble out the clock. There we go. So the Rockets are playing the Rockets are playing the Nuggets 55-64. The Hornets are playing the Kings 78-73. Timberwolves playing the Clippers 52-50. Hornets Kings 5-point game. Charlotte, don't lose that one. The Magic beat the Cavs. Cavs lose a game on the Knicks there. The Pelicans beat the Raptors, and the Knicks ended up blowing out the Jazz. The second half, the Knicks put up 40 points and then 38 points in the second half there. After a 26-30. Again, offense was not the issue tonight. They scored just fine. The issue was they gave up 41 points in the first quarter, and then nothing over 30 the rest of the game. That was, a very expected, ugly, disgusting performance from our New York Knicks. And now on to bigger and better things. We have Knicks' next game is when? And who do we play? Are we still on the West Coast road trip? We are, I believe, right? Let's go to the schedule. So we started off the West Coast road trip with a blowout over Denver. Then we went to LA and took our lumps. And we're going to end our West Coast road trip with a victory against the Utah Jazz. Now we go at Indiana. We fly back east, but we got to make a quick pit stop in Hicksville, Indiana. And then we will finally fly back home and play the Golden State Warriors. It was just announced today that Curry is going to be out at least another 10 days. So Steph Curry will not play in the Garden, as I predicted, because everybody gets healthy when it's time to play in the Garden. But Steph Curry has already been announced to miss the next 10 days at least, which will take us to, if today is the 11th, it will take us to the 21st, right? The third week of the month. And they play on the 15th. So we won't see Steph Curry versus Golden State there. But we have at Indiana, then we have versus Indiana. So we have a couple of games that they should rack up a 1, 2, 3, 4 5, 6, 7 game winning streak before we go play at Charlotte, right? And that'll be a tough game, obviously, with Charlotte playing well. But look at this schedule coming up, guys. Tanking team, team with no Steph Curry, no Porzingis, no Jimmy Butler. Tanking team. Although the Pelicans have been playing well lately with DeJounte Murray back from injury. But then you play Charlotte. The Knicks should still be able to beat the Pelicans. But then you play Charlotte, right? And then you have OKC again at OKC. Then you got Houston. And then you got a tanking team in Memphis. Then you got a tanking team in Chicago. And then you got Atlanta. And then you got Boston. And then you got Toronto. And then you got Charlotte. So you have an easy slate, and a little bit of a rough patch, and then a couple of easy games, and then a rough patch to end the season, right? And this should get you right going into the playoffs. But here we go. This is the stretch run, y'all. We're here. Must be Charlotte, with the power of friendship. But that's going to wrap it up. As far as what's tomorrow's schedule, tomorrow is Thursday. So we should have some national TV games on a Thursday, right? We got Prime Video, but 76ers missing everybody. The Hospital Sixers taking on the Pistons. We won't be doing that. Suns Pacers, we won't be doing the tanking Pacers. Wizards Magic, we won't be doing the tanking Wizards unless somebody on the Magic wants to battle Bam for that 83-point game. Just take it out on the Wizards, I guess. Nets Hawks, tanking team by the Nets. Bucks Heat. Heat been playing well. We get to tune in to the next Bam game. So right now, this is the best game on the docket, Bucks Heat. So maybe we do Bucks Heat tomorrow. You got Mavericks, Grizzlies. Oh, you got Nuggets, Spurs at 9. I guess we're going to watch Nuggets, Spurs. Oh, you got Celtics, Thunder at 9:30. All right, we're going to watch Celtics, Thunder. That's the better game. We're going to watch the Celtics, Thunder tomorrow. It's a 9:30 start time. Later in the night, but it is what it is. Get your naps in. Be there or be square. We are going to be watching Celtics, Thunder tomorrow because that's a really good matchup. It's a really good matchup. And we got robbed of Celtics, Spurs with the Jaylen Brown ejection. So we get to tune into Celtics Thunder tomorrow. But that is the plan. That is the schedule for now. If anything obviously changes, I will let you guys know indeed. But that will end it. That will end it here tonight. That will end our NBA coverage. What was the final score here for the Knicks? I want to make sure we have it right. 134 to 117. There we go. Give them that one more point. That's going to end it. Christensen Tatum is out tomorrow. We're still going to tune in because the Celtics, even without Tatum, are still a very good team. Still going to tune in. Or would you rather do? What was the other game? Nuggets, Spurs. Would you rather do Nuggets, Spurs, or would you rather do Celtics, Thunder? Say it real quick. Say it real quick before we sign off. Nuggets, Spurs, or Nuggets, Spurs. Peace to Austin Celtics. You got Nuggets, Spurs, or you got Celtics, Thunder, but no Tatum for the Celtics. What are we thinking? Do Celtics and Thunder. Okay. You got Nuggets, got Celtics, Thunder, you got Nuggets suck. Nuggets have been sucking as of late. I mean, they're still in games, but Russell Field, what's up, Russell? Nick Yak said OKC wins tomorrow. We will be 1.5 out of the second. Mark said poll. It's too late. I'm not gonna do a 2-minute poll or a 1-minute poll. We're signing off. We're signing off. Put it in the chat real quick. I'll do it right now in my mind. Whatever I see most of. Celtics Thunder. We're getting a lot of Celtics Thunder. I think we're gonna do Celtics Thunder. Celtics still a good team without Tatum. I mean, they got the number 2 seed without him. So, Celtics Thunder. I think we're going to do Celtics Thunder. Nuggets and Thunder? We can only do one. Abigail. We can only do one. One tips off at 9 and one tips off at 9:30, so we can only do one. All right, we're going to do Celtics Thunder tomorrow. Celtics Thunder it is. I agree. Nuggets have been a little shaky as of late, and they play a very good Spurs team. I think that's going to be a very good game anyway. But Celtics Thunder, listen, it also has Knicks implications. So we get to tune in as Knicks fans and hate on the Celtics and hope for a Thunder win. But with that being said, we're going to wrap it up here, y'all. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys. Shout out to all of the channel members. Whether you were gifted a membership or you decided to become a member all on your own, I appreciate all of your support nonetheless. Shout out to all of the people in the chat. Somehow for a Knicks Jazz game in which it wasn't really an entertaining game all night long, over 10,000 total people tuned into the stream, and we had at one point a max viewership of like over 800, around 900, something like that. Insane. Peace to Austin. Thanks for the weather too. And we even got to cover the weather tonight. So shout out to everybody who came to hang out with us here tonight. Thank you guys. We will do it all over again tomorrow. We will be back with the Knicks in a couple of days, right? In 2 days they play, what did we say? Who do they play? Oh, they go at Indiana. So we play Indiana. Right, so we got to get ready for them. We obviously know Indiana gets up to play the Knicks all the time. So with that being said, the Knicks did pull off the most frustrating blowout victory in NBA history. They ended up winning by 17 points. Nice, cool, fun. It was never in doubt once they took the lead. We knew this, but it was frustrating nonetheless to watch. So with that being said, remember guys, brush your teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.